What's good, everybody? Welcome to another show. I appreciate y'all for coming through as always. I'm trying to get things set up for a time where everybody will be able to stream and have their own time period, and it seemed that it didn't work out that way. I thought that some other YouTubers that I normally collab with, I thought they had started at 8, but I guess that wasn't the case. And it seemed that, we may have bumped some heads on scheduling again, which is something I'm trying to avoid. So with that being said, I'm going to have to go ahead, talk to them, and, maybe we can all work out some type of schedule where we can all, keep it rolling together, and support one another whichever way possible. So that's why I went at 9 o'clock instead of normally at 8 o'clock. And it looked like the plan didn't come together. I love it when the plan comes together, and it didn't come together. Anyway, got to keep it moving. I had it delayed enough as it is. So let's get this show rolling. Jazzy Jeff, what's up, brother? Appreciate you for coming through. While I'll talk about this right quick. So on Wednesdays, I do a members only live stream. This past Wednesday, I wasn't able to do one, and my stomach was kind of toe up. And the reason why I wasn't able to do one and my stomach was toe up is because I decided I'm going to try this detox product, try to detoxify and clean out everything. This detox has been a long time coming, like Dr. Dre's album. It ain't came in 20 years, detox. But anyway, I bought this thing called Zoo Poo. And let me tell you something. It was some Zoo Poo coming out. You know what I'm saying? It was really cleaned the hell out of me. It had my stomach like really cramping up. And yeah, I wasn't able to do nothing other than let out some Zoo Poo. So I let people know on the community my stomach was hurting, but I didn't get too much into detail, but I did let people know, reassure you I'm all right. It's not, my health issue or anything like that. And so now that's what happened. If you all trying to get a little cleaned out, that Zoo Poo may be for you, because I mean, damn. That really, really was working, okay? And I didn't even take it all. So that's what happened with me. And it kind of scared me a little bit. It almost took 2 days. So if you want to get cleaned out and live healthier, I used to try to live a lot healthier than I do now. And then after, health issues and stuff, it's a lot harder for my digestion and stuff. So I thought, yay, let me try this product out. Let's see how it is. And, I'll clean out some of this Zoo Poo and I'll be good. No, that was like a kick in the gut. So, hey, it worked, but it was not a comfortable feeling. But I guess it's not comfortable getting a lot of the stuff about you. So, hey, again, I don't get paid by this company. I don't endorse it. Zoo Poo from Zoo. Anyway, this little thing, I got it on Amazon. And damn, it really kind of did the job. Matter of fact, I should put that in my Amazon store if people want to check it out. Be another thing that I used that you can try out on yourself. Anyway, I do got some good news to share. Hey, Wit, what's good, sis? Looking good as always in your picture. I hope you're feeling all right. How was work? I know they've been stressing you out being a nurse. You said you ain't gonna be surprised when somebody snap off in the hospital. Man, I hope not, and especially not with you. you in Texas, you know, y'all crazy. They don't make it so anybody could get a gun. Don't even need a damn permit. But you know, let's hope that that all doesn't happen, and that you know, people is all right. So I'm gonna show you guys. I did have a little good news to share right quick before we get into some of these news stories and Instagram stories. So me being a huge sneakerhead, in case y'all didn't know, and I'm gonna start doing sneaker reviews real soon. I'm already started working on some. I just haven't released it, but I'm gonna kick out a bunch of them, and we gonna do. Yeah, hey, Jazzy Jeff, that's actually the name, bro. I know I made it sound funny, but it's called Zoo Poo, because you gonna be like getting cleaned out like the zoo up in this piece. It's gonna be funky enough. Zoo Poo. And that how they sell it? ZU Poo. Zoo Poo. Ain't no jizzo. You understand? I should have probably thought, like, damn, this name, Zoo Poo, maybe this is going to be strong. But hey, you need some stuff strong to get that stuff up out you, you know? And it's also some other news I got to share about plastics in our world that's kind of scary too. But no, it ain't no joke, bro. And hey, I appreciate y'all for coming through. It seemed that my new time window has thrown a lot of people off. Normally we got a lot more people in live, and then also the NFL draft, and also streaming at the same time as some other YouTubers. We're like splitting up our audience, which is something I didn't want to do. Anyway, got them. So for those who don't know, the Jordan 4s, a lot of people say the 11s is like the best Jordans of all time. I don't know. The 4s is pretty dope. The 11s is pretty good as well. Hey, Tammy on Facebook, what's good? I appreciate you coming through. I'm also do a live call in for people if they want to come on in. I'm going to try to keep it a little lighter today. I also got a special guest coming this Sunday, and we're going to be able to get into some stuff Sunday. But the Jordan 4s, one of my favorite all-time Jordan shoe designs. It's the first pair of Jordans I ever bought. I was in 4th grade. I remember when I got these shoes. My dad took me all the way around to Jewtown to get them. It wasn't this color, but nevertheless, the mics. Anyway, in order to get these, you had to be a Nike Plus member. You had to be involved in this raffle. And even then, it was no guarantee that you would get picked out of the raffle to get them. I was lucky enough to get them. The shoes were $200. I did have a $50 off coupon because Nike messed up one of my orders, which then in turn, they did restock the shoe, and I did just buy those shoes again. They came yesterday. Now I'm pissed, though, because they got plenty in stock, and I could have did something else. Hey, these is nice with, and it's like a brush suede. Anyway, I got them. This is the first raffle I won. Now they got another raffle tomorrow. They that I want to win. Because they had a raffle yet today. They had a raffle today and I lost. And for some reason, it ain't showing it on here. Let's see if I can refresh my page. I posted it on here. Here we go. So Travis Scott. I really don't like Travis Scott designs that much, but these I did like. And these Jordan 6s with another brush crush suede. And it had it looked like the glow in the dark on the tongue right here. I thought these was going to be dope, and they didn't pick me. So, see, I won one raffle, and then the next I lost. So now I'm 50% on raffles. And let's hope I win this next one tomorrow. And here's the thing. These shoes, are now a commodity. Yeah. What I mean by that is, so these shoes, the blue ones cost $200. They sold out in 10 minutes in every size. In 10 minutes, they sold out. And they were immediately on the resale market for $400, $450 and up. That fast, they doubled in price. Now these Travis Scotts were $250. $250. When they sold out in 10 minutes, they were on the resale market for $750. $800. Some places, depending on the size that you have, $900. So these shoes they're investments now with a lot of people. They don't really wear them. They just buy them just so they can resell them and double or triple their money, which is really cool, but yet also unfortunate. And so, you know, it is what it is. I didn't get those. I do want to get these other shoes, and hopefully I'm able to get them. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. I got a lot of shoes to reviews. And hey, all my shoes are like in perfect condition. Even if I wear them, they're in like perfect condition because my feet don't touch the ground. So, you know, I'm like perfect. I get to float and still look good at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I got this damn air blowing on me, man. My damn nose running. Feel like Tommy Egan over here. That boogie sugar getting to me, man. Anyway, let's kick it off. Tammy, what's good, sis? Checking in on Facebook. I really appreciate you checking in on Facebook and like on Facebook. And everybody else, Whitney as well. Stony Rock, what's good? What's good, family? I see I got people pouring in now. A few more people that showed up, and I appreciate y'all. Of course, I know I changed up the time. I'm trying to make it so that everybody can have their show and have their time. And it don't seem to be working as well as I planned. So anyway, we'll have to coordinate next time a little better. Anyway, Pharaoh, what's good? What's good, family? All right, let me go ahead and put up this post that I had right here saved. A couple funny posts, and let's see something right quick. All right, that was the members only section. All right. Now, it's a lot going on lately. And, well, first, before I start to show one of these other things, it was this fight that took place the other day. And, damn, man, this dude, woo-wee. Let me show y'all what happened in this fight. So this dude, Chris Weidman, however you pronounce his name, I hope I got it right. He was fighting this MMA fight, and it wasn't that it was that special, except that the fight was over with in just a matter of seconds. One kick, and the fight was over with. And I'm gonna show you why. One kick and the fight was over with. All right, so yeah, let me share this screen. One kick. Here we go. You see this right here? Now, he kicks this dude. Look at his leg. He's going to kick this guy. And that's some strong-ass legs if you can kick a dude. And that one leg is all it took. Look at this. Oh, look at his leg. Dang-a-lang. You call him dang-a-lang. His leg just snapped. He kicked this dude and broke his leg. Oh my goodness. Just like that. One kick. And he broke his leg. Oh, on that dude's knee, on the back of his knee. The dude didn't even feel nothing. He just still standing there ready to fight. This dude had tree trunks. You know what I'm saying? He had straight tree trunks. And damn, that was nasty, wasn't it? Woo! So, you know, that was an ugly one. All right. Let me get back to Instagram and play a couple of clips right here. That was nasty though. So we all know that, you know, restaurants and stuff, we all like to eat out and everything is opening up again. But hey, what's up, Sheila? Sheena, what's good? Jazzy Jeff, what's up? What's up? C'est bon. We talking about different news stories right now. So restaurants opening up. Is y'all about to go and eat at this restaurant though? That's all I want to know. Because this restaurant gonna open you up. Okay? Big Dicks halfway in. I'm all the way out on Big Dicks. Okay? I'm all the way out. We ain't halfway in on none of that. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm glad that they opening up stuff again, but you ain't opening me up. And it's talking about, you know, home of the original minnow shot. What? I'm good. I'm good. And this, ladies, I know y'all, come on, y'all may be more interested than a dude, but if you a dude and you like, man, I can't wait to go to Big Dicks halfway in, they got great service. You got a problem. I don't give a damn if it's a mansion for $2.99 a night. I'm good. I'm good. We ain't staying at Big Dicks halfway in. No, we all the way out. We about to keep looking for a new place to stay. I don't even want that on my credit card receipt. Straight up. Hell no. We out of here. What if the wrong person may see that and get the wrong idea? Straight up. We good. I'm out. Halfway in. You got me all the way messed up. Straight up. Let me see. I got another one. So a lot of people is out and they happy, you know, to be out and to be socializing with people and stuff. But I think some people forgot the do's and don'ts. And one of them is you don't mess with a woman's hair, especially a black woman. I don't give a damn. It's not funny to them. It ain't a joke, especially if you don't know them. And it looked like this dude may have forgot all of those rules. He didn't know that her, and you messing with her hair, and it ain't funny. And she turned you into the joke. Let's look. Finish him. Got him, bitch. To be pulling my hair, bitch. That was $9.99. She laid his ass out. Damn. I would say that this was staged, but he took that smack for real. That dude had his handprint, her handprint on his face. You know, like, what the hell? What type of stage is that? She just smacked your ass up off the stage, you big dummy. I'm good. We'd have to find a new way, a new type of troll post or something instead of that. And you know, I'm good. Now, hey, ladies, I know everybody ready to get out there and do their thing, and you know, all bodies, you know, it's somebody out there that love you and care about you, you know, but that don't mean that every outfit is for you. And the same go for dudes too. And this lady right here, she had a big old ass. She had a big old ass. I give it to her. The only problem is her ass was in the front. Her ass was in the front, and it's all right to have a nice ass, but it need to be in the back. You don't need this in the front. That's the problem. And you know, get you a different outfit, sis. Wear something else. Get get her something that fits your form and flatters your form better, because this ain't doing it. It look like she got the McDonald's arches. She's smuggling McDonald's golden arch up under her pants or something. She sit laying down. That's how she sit, laying down. What in the world is this? She don't have friends, because none of them told her, babe, sis, this ain't for you. Them ain't the best pants for you, sis. None of them told her this, and she walked out the door like this. And what's so bad is that if you do tell people certain things nowadays, they gonna say, you hating. You hating. Don't judge me. No, it ain't judgment. It's help. I'm trying to help you. You don't need to have two pillows in the front. You want some pillows and some cushion in the back, not in the front. You know what I'm saying? Damn, girl. What in the world? What is that? That ain't cute. That ain't cute. You know, and you know, Stony Rock, he wants some of that. Stony Rock wants some of that. Hey, more power to you, man. More cushion for the pusher, right? You can hit it from the back and the front at the same time. So maybe you that's something that you like. You can do something with that. Hit it from the front and back at the same time and get a workout. Lift that up and It's probably real nice and warm under there. So, you know, I'm sure you probably would like to get to know that. But hey, I'm just saying, that's fine. But she should find a different way to rock that look. She should definitely find another way to rock that look. And the same thing go for dudes. What the hell is this, man? This ain't for men. What is the skinny shorts? What in the world are skinny shorts? This is not for dudes, man. I'm gonna break this. What in the world? What is this, man? And he got the nerve to sag it. Just get some pants or some regular size shorts, you idiot. So you're going to have some skinny drawers on, some skinny shorts, put a belt on and sag. Look at this. Look how tight this is with the little, oh my God. The nard area is stretched to capacity. And they think they matching and holding hands. Come on, man. See, Lil Nas X, he didn't went too far influencing some people. And we all know he worshiped the devil. So be careful who y'all influenced by and who y'all listen to. That's all I'm saying. If you want to worship the devil, then go ahead. At least you know what you're doing. But if you don't know that you're doing some stuff and you following people like this, you don't know what the hell you're doing. And I love this right here. Coco, they call underwear. Hey, facts. Straight up. Facts. I mean, they must look like they work at Big Dick's halfway in. They main menu item is tube steak smothered in underwear. Hey, we got a new special at Big Dick's. We got tube steak smothered in sweatshorts. It's freshly made. They just play 2 games of basketball, and that's how they prepare it. 2 games of full court basketball. We make big, fresh tube steak smothered in sweatshorts. Welcome to Big Dick's halfway in. Now, if you come, we can make sure it's all the way in. Before you come, it's going to be all the way out. You get it, huh? Anyway. Like he wearing baby shorts for real. This looks crazy. I don't know these guys, but if they had a dad in the house and he allowed this, what the hell is wrong with him? Like, ain't no way in the world I would allow my son to put no crap like this on. And I damn sure we would have had an argument over it. My son getting to an age where, you know, he's starting to make his own decisions more and more. But I like to think that I raised him better than to squeeze his ass into some shit like this. This ain't, you don't need no mammal toe, you know, monkey paw hanging around, you know what I'm saying? Garden snake. Put all that up. What the hell? That's crazy. What in the world is this, man? I'm glad that my generation wasn't doing no stupidness like this. Looking back on it, we used to wear used and damaged jeans. That was the name of it. It actually wasn't used and damaged, but they were made to look like they were used and damaged, but they weren't. But that's stupid. Cross colors is a little better, but some of their outfits was just a lot too bright, way too bright. And, you know, the colors and stuff was out of pocket. Some that was more of a solid color and had some stuff wasn't as bad, but for the most part, that stuff was horrible. The used, damaged, and cross colors at least was a little better, but all of that, whoo! But at least they were baggy and they weren't all hugging our nards, and we weren't looking out of pocket as far as that regards. Now, we look kind of stupid looking back on it now wearing their clothes, but at the time, that was a name brand. Okay? That was a name brand. Whereas this stuff, these is not even name brands. They just putting this crap on, and man, crazy. All right. So, speaking of kids without a parent in the house or a dad in the house, what the hell is up with what we teaching our kids today? This little boy, our kids are smart, man. Kids are smart, and they watch and learn the damnedest things, but you got to teach them some of this. And this little boy think he grown and think he doing something when he need his little ass whoop, and so does the parents. Plus, he'll get robbed. Look at this little fool right here. Shooting dice. Talking about his point is 8.
He told him to grab when he hit 7. He gave him $2. Don't get your. My point is 8. Your point 10, bro. That's your first point. Come on, your point 8. Come on. You finna 7 out anyway.
Y'all teaching your son how to gamble?
Don't get your. Your point 10, bro. That's your first point. Come on, your point 8. Come on. You finna 7 out anyway. He told him to grab when he hit 7. He gave him $2. Don't get your.
This is an example of small-minded thinking. And the reason why it's small-minded thinking is this. They thinking that they teaching their son how to get money. He a G. He know how to get money. When all you teaching him is how to gamble, and to think that this little stack is really doing something, when if you was actually teaching him how to get money, you'd be putting knowledge in his head to be a business owner, to go to college and be a lawyer or a doctor or something. You think they got all their money in their hands shooting dice? They got way more money than everybody at this dice game. They don't need to shoot and get a point for 8. They actually can go to the casino. They can actually go to Vegas and afford to lose money. This is the type of stuff that's going to get your son into a fight or get shot or shoot somebody over somebody cheating in a dice game. That's what's going to happen. Everybody I know that shoot dice or gamble like this has been into it at one point in their life. It's just about to happen. Some people have gotten killed. Some people have gotten smacked, shot, ketchup bottle cracked on their head, all kind of stuff. And, you know, I got into it a little bit from this. People don't want to pay. People want to say they didn't say this, don't want to say that. And this is the type of thing that you thought was doing something in the hood. But then you realize all it's going to do is lead to another problem. And it's unnecessary. And I don't know what the hell wrong with people. They always want kids to do grown stuff. You ain't lying. And kids are very impressionable. Looking back on some of the things that people had me doing as a kid or encouraged me or didn't watch or didn't allow, and I thought I was grown. I thought I was doing something. This little boy think he doing something. I guarantee you. He think he grown. Just like that video of that little boy rolling the blunt and talking about what he gonna do and calling somebody a bitch and this and that. What is he doing? Why are you teaching him that? And why does he think he's doing something? Like that little boy will get his ass whooped. He would get robbed. And it just to get him into beef and trouble that ain't necessary. We need to do better, y'all. Everybody. Now, I'm a big dog person. I don't own any dogs, but that's because dogs, you know, need to be taken care of. And I ain't able to do all of that. And I don't want to have everybody else trying to do that and stuff. And I don't want to lead down that road. So if I can't do something myself, I don't want to do it. I don't want to put that responsibility on somebody else. Now, dogs got personality. You know what I'm saying? Dogs are smart, man. Now, cats are smart too, but cats look at it like, man, you feed me, you take care of me, I'm special. Get out of here. I'm doing me. Whereas dogs look at it as you feed me, you take care of me, you special. I got your back. Where you want to go? This video right here I like because it shows the dog personality. This damn dog know better. He know better. And when he get called out on what he was trying to do, he take his ass on else somewhere. Look. This dog funny as hell right here. So this dog is standing here about to try to get him some trim. You see what I'm saying? He about to test some shit up. And somebody sees him and calls him out on it. And he know he was wrong because he was about to tear that ass up. Let's watch.
Nigga, that is rape. You can't fuck that lad, dog. Get out of here.
He walked away.
Fuck it. Go about your business, you fucking rapist. Nigga, that is rape. You can't fuck that lad, dog. Get out of here. I'm bringing it up. Fuck it. Go about your business, you fucking rapist.
The dog that shout out to the real earthquake on Instagram.
You can't fuck that lad, dog.
You see that dog ears? Look at the dog ears when he first started talking to that dog. Look.
Nigga, that is rape. You can't fuck that lad, dog. Get out of here.
His head and ears popped up like, oh shit. My bad, dog. My bad, man.
Nigga, that is rape. You can't fuck that lad, dog.
He was about to tear that little chihuahua ass open, okay? Taco Bell my ass. I'm about to get up in this. And that little chihuahua was just standing there ready, about to just try to go for it. And he was big dog. That's like Shaq trying to get with Tiny. He's about to tear that ass up, okay? And he got called out on it. He thought he was about to do something and get away with it. And sure enough, he had to bounce. He felt embarrassed. Rape. That's rape. That's statutory. Your ass too big, too grown to be trying to squeeze up in that. Okay? You are who inspired big dicks halfway in, because you wasn't about to get all the way up in that. If you did, you'd have killed the damn dog. Murder. Okay? What the hell? And that dog just turned around and left like, damn. You right. My bad. Okay. Okay. I'm out. My bad, dog. My bad, man. She was willing. Okay. You right. My bad. I'ma go home. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? And he took his ass on home too. Straight up. All right, I wanted to start it off with a couple little jokes right quick. I got a whole bunch more from the Instagram post, but I don't know how long we're going to keep it going tonight. So let me go ahead and get to some news stories right quick. And then we can maybe, depending on how it go, have some more people come through. Or we can, you know, do some more tomorrow, Sunday rather. All right. So I don't know if y'all are familiar with Dr. Omar Johnson. Some of the things he say be straight fire, straight facts. And some of the things he say could be a little questionable. But for the most part, I agree with most of the things he say. He had something on the Breakfast Club to say about Joe Biden. And I'm about to play the clip. And then after I play the clip, I'm going to let you all tell me what you think. Is he right? Y'all type in 100. Or you could say 50, 50, 50. Or, you know, whatever. And then I'll tell you what I think. And also, I'm going to put the link up here in case anybody want to come on up, talk about whatever with me on the panel. You're more than welcome to. Now let me roll let's go to the videotape. Roll it.
President Biden. President Biden, your first day of office, you signed an executive order to protect the life and safety of transgenders. I have no problem with that. But you did it on your first day. But he sat up here with you, Charlemagne, and told black people that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. So if you went out of your way begging black people to vote for you, why haven't we got an executive order or any other activity coming out of the Oval Office from President Biden to protect black people from police? Look what he's doing with the anti-Asian hate. President Joe Biden signed an executive order that is exclusive to Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. I don't have a problem with that. But if you can protect the Asian American and Pacific Islander from violence, why can't you do the same thing for black people? They've been dealing with violence for 1 year as a result of COVID. That's what it's called, the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Bill, to protect Asians as a result of discriminatory treatment that they've been dealing with for how long? 1 year. Black people have been catching hell for 400 years, and we have yet to get an executive order from Joe Biden to protect us from the police. So can I ask you a question? If the Senate was able to pass the anti-Asian hate crimes bill, Charlemagne and Envy, 96-1 with almost no opposition, why is it that the Emmett Till lynching bill still has not been approved? Why is it that there have been over 200 different anti-lynching bills introduced in the U.S. Congress? 200! And not one of them has been approved by the U.S. Congress yet. But the first ever Asian bill goes through on the first try. Look at the racism. Look at the discrimination. Look at the bias. Look at the inequity there. And why are they catering to the Asians? You know why? Because the amount of white people in this country is shrinking. That's right. And whenever the amount of white people in America shrinks, America looks to find other white groups or other minority groups that they can build an alliance with to protect their power and their interests. Who better than the Asians? They're just, I'm going to go to President Biden.
I'll play it one more time.
The first day of office, you signed an executive order to protect the life and safety of transgenders. I have no problem with that. But you did it on your first day. But he sat up here with you, Charlemagne, and told black people that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. So if you went out of your way begging black people to vote for you, why haven't we got an executive order or any other activity coming out of the Oval Office from President Biden to protect black people from police? Look what he's doing with the anti-Asian hate. President Joe Biden signed an executive order that is exclusive to Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. I don't have a problem with that. But if you can protect the Asian American and Pacific Islander from violence, why can't you do the same thing for black people? They've been dealing with violence for 1 year as a result of COVID. That's what it's called, the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Bill, to protect Asians as a result of discriminatory treatment that they've been dealing with for how long? 1 year. Black people have been catching hell for 200 years. And we have yet to get an executive order from Joe Biden to protect us from the police. So can I ask you a question? If the Senate was able to pass the anti-Asian hate crimes bill, Charlemagne and Envy, 96-1 with almost no opposition, why is it that the Emmett Till lynching bill still has not been approved? Why is it that there have been over 200 different anti-lynching bills introduced in the U.S. Congress? 200! And not one of them has been approved by the U.S. Congress yet. But the first ever Asian bill goes through on the first try. Look at the racism. Look at the discrimination. Look at the bias. Look at the inequity there. And why are they catering to the Asians? You know why? Because the amount of white people in this country is shrinking. That's right. And whenever the amount of white people in America shrinks, America looks to find other white groups or other minority groups that they can build an alliance with to protect their power and their interests. Who better than the Asians? They're just, I'm going to go to.
All right. So I see no lies detected. Absolutely 100. You don't have a problem with what he said, but I do have a problem with Harris, GOP senator, saying there's no racism in America. I mean, of course, that's a problem, and that just needs to be ignored because that's stupid. But you also have to consider the fact, and you all, a lot of people don't know that they may be watching some even YouTubers that may, and I'm not saying that if you have a white spouse or significant other, that means you don't like or you hate black people. I'm not saying that. But sometimes, a lot of times, they look down on black people. There's some people that have a white spouse or a loved one, and they are both aware of what's going on. They can see the inequalities in the world. White people are not a monolith, just like black people are not a monolith. Everybody is individuals, okay? But some people, some especially black women, but this happened with black men too, but it's a little different with black men. But with black women, they look down on black men when they date white men or married to white men. They talk crazy about black men or say this or that about how they ain't this or they ain't that, or they don't have credit, or they can't do this or they can't do that. And they don't like black men. And it's a lot of different reasons for that. It's even some people on YouTube that you may be watching that every chance they get, they want to make a video talking about how a famous black man ain't worth a damn or whatever indiscretions they may have had and why they don't like them and they don't support them. It's always some reason that they, as soon as that person make a mistake, they'll never be forgiven. They'll never, you know, let up. I'm not going to name no names and get into it, but you might want to do your research. Anyway, black men sometimes say they don't like black women because of different things, like maybe arguing or other things, but they don't never say black women ain't this or that. Well, I ain't gonna say never, but a lot of times it's not to downgrade black women. It's just that they say more about getting along. Anyway, I digress. You can't pay attention to some of this stuff because you got to look at it in another term. Ill Woods, what's good? What's good? Now, the one thing I think that he left out, at least it's not in this clip. I didn't see the whole interview, so I can't say that he left it out. I'll say it's not in this clip. Is that I think that the reason some of these things happen to black African Americans, you know, really black people, because most African Americans don't claim Africa and don't know where they could go in Africa or where their ancestors come from or any of that. So, and Africans don't claim African Americans. People from Africa in different countries in Africa don't claim African Americans and stuff. So, you know, I think that's the problem, is that black Americans don't have a country to back them. You know, if the Asian people community is having a lot of problems and things, they could go back to Asia, whichever place they were from. Now, if they were born and raised here, maybe they're not as easily to go back to those places, but yet and still, it's a country that would back and support them and raise all kind of hell and point fingers if they were mistreated in America. The Hispanic community, whether it's Mexican or Central America countries or whatever, South American countries, when those people are mistreated, they could either go back there and speak Spanish and live amongst their people, or those countries could raise all kind of hell and back their people and point fingers at America for whatever's going on. It's no country that backs Black Americans. There's no country on the map called Black. Where's the country Black at? Where's the country Black? It ain't one. And it's no country on earth that really has African Americans or Black Americans back other than America. And we see they got our back with a couple shots in it. So, and not the good kind of back shots. Actually, that is probably the kind that we get. We just didn't ask for. Getting screwed. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to say the man keep you down or the man this or that before people like to try to put words in the mouth. That's not what I'm saying. But if you got, sense enough to know, then you realize that things like this, why we don't get certain legislation passed and other things done, and the reason why 13% of the population is representative of over 50% or higher of the prison population, while they have less than 0.5% of the wealth in this country, even though we built this country for free against our will. It's a reason why all of this, that we don't have any political power. Our economic power is not unified. You know how many businesses Asian Americans own in the United States? You know how many Asian Americans are in corporate America or, Wall Street? Whereas African Americans are kept from aspiring for those goals, to be in corporate America or to own businesses other than, barbershops and things of that. Now, of course, that's not the case. Of course, it is people that own more diverse businesses, but overall, we are not educated financially, and that is on purpose. How many African Americans have home ownership or, commercial property or other things available to them? It's a lot of things that are kept from the African American or Black community on purpose to keep you down. That's why during slavery, you couldn't read. If you weren't able to read, how far could you go in life? That will keep you down. That is another way for people to say you're dumb and you're ignorant. And it's just unfortunate that people like Joe Biden, who I'm not saying is worse than Trump, but a lot of the same stuff keeps going on. And he was on that very same show, The Breakfast Club, talking about if you don't vote for me, you ain't Black. And without support from the African American community, because that's who really saved, Joe Biden's candidacy, because everybody else was trying to pick everything from Big Wang, Andrew Wang, to Mayor Pete and all kind of stuff. It was all divided. And the African American community stuck with Joe Biden, and that's how he became, the nominee. And of course, African Americans getting out the vote in Georgia and a lot of other places helped not only get him secured as president, but also get control of Congress and the Senate. And yet we don't get any legislation or anything passed for all of that hard work and effort. Stacey Abrams and all the work that she has done and all the work that everybody and many others have done, then we don't receive anything for it. And that's because we don't have a country to back. We don't stand unified politically or financially and demand it, whereas other groups do. And not to say, and this is another misconception, that if gay people get their rights, then black people can't. Or if black people get their rights, then gay people can't. Why can't everybody get their rights? You know, if Asian Americans get protection, then black people can't. Or if black people get protection, then Asian Americans can't. Why can't everyone get protection? I don't understand that. It's not a, if you get it, then I can't get it. Why can't we all get it? Why can't we all be protected? Why can't we all have, you know, the same equal rights and protection under the law? That's all I'm saying. You know, I don't think anybody should have to deal with some of that. And to not have an anti-lynching bill passed, that was one that was just trying to be passed recently, within a month or two ago, that didn't get passed. Why not? Why not? Why is it not a hate crime to lynch someone? Maybe because majority of people lynched are people of color, namely black people. And that was a form of mob justice. And that's one reason, let me segue, why you all should watch Fight for Justice. Brian Stevenson, the Brian Stevenson story. Because he actually talks about that. And he said that after they decided not to do that, they ended up basically putting people on trial. It's called true justice. And basically having 100% conviction rate with a sham of a trial. And that way it's not mob rule. It's supposed to be a fair trial, when of course we know how a lot of the fair trials went. And it's on HBO. So you should definitely, if you got HBO, watch this. This right here, this picture behind him represents the soil of where a person was lynched. So they went and dug soil from every county where a person was lynched, in, I believe, Alabama. So this is just in Alabama. I don't think this is across the United States. And it's floor to ceiling, wall to wall. And a lot of these people never faced any trial or anything. And it was public. People and children would come and watch, and they would even take souvenirs, fingers and toes and different cut off pieces of the body, and keep as souvenirs of that lynching. And it's very unfortunate. And that's the reason why I believe that one of the reasons we don't get what we supposed to get as far as legislation and things. Yeah. So Dr. Omar Johnson, I agree. He has a lot of facts, and sometimes he does have some things that are a little, you know, shaky. And then we know something about him with money, or the school or something was a little off. But who knows? That could be another way to discredit people of color that look like him when they trying to do the right thing. How many times have we seen people that are trying to do the right thing get discredited, so you don't trust them, and then of course nothing gets accomplished? So you got to take all of that with a grain of salt as well. What up, Distro? What's good? What's good? Yeah, that's true. They want African Americans to be happy, working menial jobs, and vote and do everything, but don't have any legislation to protect you and do what's right. Desiree, what's good, sis? How you been? I ain't seen you in a while. You was my moderator, and then you just, evaporator, disappeared on me. I'm glad to see you back. You just gonna stop and say hey and leave on me again. All right. Left me hanging, girl. Distro, you right, man. We not on code. We don't work together, and we need to organize. I mean, it's not a negative thing. Every other community isn't organized. Every other community, people in Puerto Rico. CJ, you just reminded me of this. They're trying to organize to become a state. They have, Puerto Rican Day parade and different stuff in New York, and people organize. You have people of every other community organized, whether it's Hispanic or Asian or the Irish or the Italians or everything. But African Americans, divided, we fall. And it's very unfortunate that that situation is happening time and time again. Larry Jones say, what up, Jay? You can watch True Justice free on YouTube too. I recommend any person that don't understand why people of color are at a disadvantage today to watch 13th. That free on YouTube also. I know what you're talking about, 13th. That was on Netflix as well. True Justice. I didn't know it was free on YouTube. You need to watch that, everybody, whether you think you know or you don't. And you need to check this out. It is very powerful. It's very, very good. They made a movie about it with Jamie Foxx and Michael B. Jordan that is excellent. And you definitely should watch True Justice. It is an excellent movie. The Bryan Stevenson's Fight for Equality. Very powerful, excellent, and it is a must watch. And one thing that I noticed is that very few of these type of documentaries get a high rating on IMDb. I rated it a 9. It actually has an 8.2 rating, which is very rare. It's only got 270 people that have rated it. So I would suggest after you watch it, go ahead and give it a good rating on IMDb. Of course, an honest rating, but definitely, because it's just, it's powerful. More people need to watch it. And speaking of what more people need to do, I got a video of this white guy, and I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to tell you what I think about it. It is a lot of pros and cons, but they need representation. They can go and fight and die in the military for this country, but they don't have any representation in Congress. If they had became a state, then they wouldn't have had to worry about President Trump throwing rolls of toilet paper and towels at them. They would have got the funding to rebuild Puerto Rico after that hurricane destroyed it. Yet still, Puerto Rico is still struggling right now because they're not a state, so they don't have to do certain things. Whereas if that was Oklahoma, they would have had to bring in FEMA and federal funding and give people money and different things so that they could rebuild. It's pros and cons to pretty much every decision you're going to make in life. Pros and cons to who you date, where you live, the food you eat, where you work, how far you work, what car you buy, smoking, drinking, having sex, with a rubber, without a rubber, listening to this show. It's only really cons if you don't listen. Everything else is a pro. Anyway, you got to keep that in mind. Desiree, okay, you been tight, girl. I ain't seen you in like a year. You ain't been on here in like a year, girl. How tired can you be? I mean, you know how tired I am and everything I go through. And I still keep going pushing for y'all. You got to make the most out of it now, sis. I'm glad you're here. And don't leave me now. Don't leave me. I know I ain't the best, but don't leave me. Mercy movie. I haven't seen that, I don't think. And another good movie that is very excellent is and then I'm gonna play this clip. It's with Taraji P. Henson. who I love. But in this movie, she really shows why Taraji is dope. Dope. Taraji, I always loved Taraji since movies like Baby Boy. But those are entertaining films and stuff. And although she did a good job, that ain't really an acting job. Um, but this movie right here, oh my God, she deserved Academy Award nomination. I'm not joking. She deserved Academy Award nomination. Let me read this comment right quick from LJ. It's our mentality. We have adopted a mentality from whites that we look at a person of color as less than, untrustworthy, or trying to be better than us. The same mentality white supremacists have. Exactly. That's divide and conquer mentality as well, because the best way to do something is to have a person thinking the way you want them to think, but they think that it's their way of thinking and their idea. And that's part of the reason why we have the problems we have as a community. Now, this movie with Taraji is called The Best of Enemies, and it also has Sam Rockwell, who is amazing. Taraji, they transformed her. You wouldn't even know. Damn, I didn't rate this movie. I damn near want to give it a 9. This movie is that good. It's that good. 8 to a 9. I mean, Taraji, they made her look like a older woman. Amazing. They even gave her some old saggy boobs. And but besides all of that, it's about civil rights activist Ann Antwater, who was Taraji, and she faces off against C.P. Ellis, and he was the leader of the Ku Klux Klan in their neighborhood. In 1971, North Carolina, they were facing off about the issue of school integration. In 1971, that's just 7 years before I was born. People act as if, school integration and people had the opportunity to live in whatever neighborhood they want, and this stuff is old. These people are still alive. Well, maybe not these two people, but people are still alive that went through this. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, it's a lot of people that overcame, but these effects are still felt. And once the schools were integrated, because public schools are funded by property taxes, then everybody white left. The property value went down and the school value went down. And they, in turn, moved to neighborhoods more expensive that people of color couldn't afford, or that was far away from their jobs, the suburbs. And it was another form of segregation in the sense that it was by finances. Nevertheless, let me see if they got a picture of Taraji in character. And Sam Rockwell, I really love as well. He's a great actor. Well, he's a very good actor, and I enjoy a lot of his movies. Let's see. You see Taraji? I mean, damn, this was a really good movie. Let me see another character. And so, picture. So she had to work with, a part of a school board to discuss and investigate, the integration. And he was the leader of the Klan, and he was on it as well. And that's why people need to intermingle and live together, because then you'll realize a lot of the stuff you think and believe in and say about each other is some BS. And eventually, that's what happened between the two of them. Of course, he was resistant and reluctant, and she had to do a lot to convince. And it wasn't as if she was working on trying to convert him. It's just the fact that after you are with somebody and exceed certain things, then you start to realize, unless you're very stubborn. But he was very stubborn. He was the leader of the Klan, and it wasn't easy for him to realize and come around. But they became friends. You see Taraji, they didn't had her little tickle bitties hanging low. Had her with the fro. This don't even look like Taraji. She did an amazing job in this role. Amazing job. And Sam Rockwell did too. A lot of people think of him as a comedic actor, and he does do a lot of comedic roles, but he was serious. And this was a damn good movie. Damn good movie. The Best of Enemies. Check it out. Best of Enemies. And at the end, it said that they were still friends and remain friends. So, you know, check that out. It was a great movie. And, you know, we'll see. If I want to see how many of you all check it out next time I talk about it, between True Justice and that. Let me get to some of these comments right quick. And let's see. You say it ain't been no year. It's been close, girl. You done neglected me. Okay? Anyway, it's all good. You say Mercy is the movie you mentioned with Jamie Foxx and okay. I thought it was called something else. Okay. Mercy. It's called Just Mercy. That's what it's called. It's called Just Mercy with Michael B. Jordan. And that's why I didn't know what you all was talking about. It's called Just Mercy. I'll pull it up for those who want to see another good movie, powerful movie. And then I'll pull up what I was going to talk about on Instagram. Yeah, it's called Just Mercy. So if you all want to check it out, I gave it an 8. It could easily get an 8.5. I mean, damn, this movie was good. And Jamie Foxx, we already know Jamie Foxx is extremely talented, but they made him look like a whole new person, as much as he could, you know, and it was damn good. And it was about Brian Stevenson, played by Michael B. Jordan. One of his first legal cases, was trying to work with Jamie Foxx character, who was on death row for a crime he didn't commit. And you can overwhelmingly see the opposition that he had to face and the degradation. They just degraded him at every level to try to discourage him from working with this man and to make him walk away and leave him. And he didn't. And it was very, very good. Ice Cube's son is in it. He doesn't have a big role in it, but he has a role in it. And it's a very good movie. Very good. Just Mercy. It's also on HBO. Check it out. Y'all got some homework now. All right. You heard of that movie with Taraji? You got to watch it. It is damn good. Damn good. And it shows Taraji ain't no joke. Taraji is a beast. She got acting chops straight up. And so does Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell ain't just a, comedic actor. CJ, you say your high school in South Florida was mostly black and a D school, but it was sad that people didn't even know about what that meant, like at all. Yeah, that's true. And I wonder why it was a D school. Probably because it was mostly black. And it's not that they couldn't have the ability to learn. It's that you get lower quality education, teachers, supplies, opportunities, and then that doesn't motivate people to want to go to school and do their best and learn. You'd be surprised how a person can get inspired and want to do things when you have a lot of things for them to do. So, yeah, it was good. And I'm glad you saw it. Hey, Savannah, how you doing, sis? How you feeling? I'm glad you made it through here, checking in on Facebook. Nita the Diva, what's up, sis? How you doing? I appreciate you for coming through. Sam was in the Green Mile. He's a really good actor. Yeah, Sam Rockwell is a very good actor. He is. He's very underrated. So, definitely. The actor opposite of Taraji played in the Green Mile is a crazy killer. Yeah. Man, I only saw the Green Mile once, and it's been so long, I don't remember it as well. But definitely was a good movie. I'm glad you made it too. You got to come on through. I got the link up if y'all want to join. Let's see. Yeah, Jamie and Michael did do their thing in that. That was great. Great movie. Taraji is a great actress. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. They'll promote stuff like Empire, which is fine. We all need a little entertainment and a laugh or two or whatever. But at the same time, these movies need equal promotion as well. And this is what movies are really about, to move you and to show you and explain to people certain things and aspects that maybe they don't know about or don't understand, or maybe people have forgotten about. And also to give examples that it can work. A lot of people like to say, well, they stuck in their way, or this ain't gonna make a difference anyway. Let's just do this, that, or the other, or forget it. Where in actuality, you never know what effect you may have on someone. This dude was a grown-ass man. He wasn't a kid. She was a grown-ass woman. He was the leader of the clan. The leader, not just a member. He was the leader. And he ended up realizing the error in his ways and the error in his thinking. And it wasn't because you beat somebody over the head with it or kept cussing and yelling and screaming at them. It's because if you show a person, like Minister Farrakhan say, you don't have to say a glass of water that's got dirt in it is dirty. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is put up right next to it a clean glass of water, and you already know where it's wrong. I'm glad you did your homework. I'm going to give you a pass. This is a pass-fail class. I'm going to go ahead and give you a pass, okay? You pass this time. Make sure you keep up the good work. Bring me an apple. You don't know if you know this, but did you know J. Edgar Hoover was a black man posing as white? I never heard of that, and I did not know that. I have never heard of that, and no, I did not know that. Has anybody else ever heard of that, or did they know of this? I can Google this and check a look. Let me play this video right quick of this man on Instagram, and then you all tell me what you think. I also see I got Michael waiting to come up. So, Mike, I'm going to get to you again. Hey, thank you, sis. I appreciate it. That's why I need you here. That's why I need you. You need to come on through. I don't care how tired you are. You got your eyes open. You need to come and look. Okay? I need my girls with me and my brothers and sisters. All of we need to support each other. I got two now. Look at that. Now I'm doing good now. I might be able to make me an apple pie up in this piece. All right? Also, hey, if you haven't already, please hit that like. If you're new, subscribe. I appreciate all the support. Let me go ahead and pull up this video of what this white man is saying on Instagram, and then you all tell me your thoughts on it, and I'll tell you my thoughts on it as well. Let me get it pulled up right here. I got a lot of stuff to share on Instagram that I've been racking up, and I haven't been able to get out. And so I also got another funny video right here too. I just saw. All right, where's this damn video? I got so much stuff saved on here. Let me see. All right, that ain't it. That ain't it. Nope, that ain't it either. All right. While I'm looking for it, okay, I found it. All right. All right, here we go. Also, I want to give a quick shout out. I bought a new mouse. I don't like this color, although maybe ladies, you may like it. I bought a wired mouse because my Bluetooth mouse kept losing connection. Now I just broke it. Anyway, man, this mouse is super quiet. Listen if you can hear the buttons being pushed. That's right in front of the microphone. Y'all can't even hear that. I done pushed too much stuff now. Hold on. All right. Anyway, not only is it quiet, it runs smooth. It costs $10. And I'm gonna have to put this in my Amazon store if y'all want to check it out. Not because, you know, I want you to buy it, but if you're looking for a new mouse, damn, this thing is really nice. All right. Let me go ahead and play this clip. I used to get tired of the clicking noise when I'd be doing videos. Maybe you guys didn't notice or pay attention, but I did. Now, this was posted on D.L. Hughley's Instagram page. And although he is a famous comedian and pretty funny, he doesn't really post a lot of jokes on his Instagram page. And this right here, this white dude, I know you may prejudge him, which is prejudice, prejudging, but you may prejudge him by his look. But listen to what this dude says and explains about why white people cannot experience racism. And that reminds me, I got another clip that I want to show you about what white people and some people in general like to do with history, which is very dangerous. But let's take a look, listen to what he has to say. Wait a minute, where's the volume? You all able to hear this? Hold up.
It's racism.
All right.
Can white people experience racism in America? First, let's understand the word racism. It ends with ism, much like capitalism, the same ism. Communism, the same ism. Socialism, the same ism. So what does that ism mean? Ism means a system put in place by those in power centered around a specific set of ideas. For example, capitalism, a system put in place by those in power centered around capitalist ideas. Communism is a system put in place by those in power centered around communist ideas. Socialism is a system put in place by those in power centered around socialist ideas. So what is racism? It's a system put in place by those in power centered around racist ideas. So then, can white people experience racism? What you're saying is when somebody says to you, cracker, honky, I don't trust white people, colonizer, white devil, that you're experiencing racism. Well, you're not. Let me explain. What you're experiencing is called prejudice. Prejudice is when someone has an idea about you based purely on the way you look. The reason that's not racism is this. The black community is incarcerated at a rate 3 times higher than white people for the same crime, are shot by the police at a rate 3 times higher than white people. A traditional black name on a resume will receive a callback 5 times less commonly than a traditional white name. White people are not victims of racial profiling, redlining, and gentrification. You see, the system targeting marginalized communities is racism. So even though a white person may experience prejudice, they'll never have to worry about being targeted by the entire system. And that's what racism is. And racism is much worse than prejudice. I hope that clears it up.
Facts. That's really, really something right there. Let me get to a couple of these comments. I don't like to leave y'all behind. So let me get to these comments and I'm going to tell you a little something. Coco, you said you heard about Hoover, but you don't know if it's true. It's a popular rumor. I never heard that rumor. I'll have to investigate. I got homework to do now. I'm glad that the reminder to like the video helped. And I appreciate you, keeping it real. And hey, every little bit helps. So I'm glad y'all enjoy it. Some people say that they used to watch my videos, but didn't subscribe or didn't like. if you all are getting enjoyment and watching stuff, that's the least you could do. It helps, and you know, a person continue to stay in business. So every little bit helps. You say that would be a new one to you about Hoover, and surprise the government let people find out. Well, you know, most people ain't never heard. I never heard of that one, and I listened and try to hear a lot of stuff. You saw Michael B. Jordan's new movie, Remorse. It was all right. You give it a 6 out of 10. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll check it out. Bluetooth mouse losing connection, Wi-Fi losing connection. Let me stop playing. Hey, man, hey, I got an upgrade. I had to pay my bills, okay? What am I supposed to do? I had the mouse in the house that wasn't acting right. I had to get the trap, get it up out of there. Hey, Tenet, you said I'm staying up for Tenet, never again for Without Remorse. Okay. Tenet does look like that's going to be pretty good. That's with Denzel Washington's son, and I think that's going to be pretty interesting as well. You ain't hear about Hoover, neither did I. And also, Mike, I appreciate you being patient. I'm about to get to you in just 1 second. So I appreciate you. I don't judge anybody but by their actions. I am 100% in agreement. Now, I am a little prejudiced, though. I ain't going to lie. But I don't hold it against you. I use it as a safety precaution. So if I'm going somewhere and some people is looking a little fishy, whether they black, white, Hispanic, or whatever, I may have to hashtag get the strap ready. Not to say I'd pull it on them and start shooting them, but hey, I might need to do something, you know, to protect myself. Or certain places, if I see, you know, big dicks is halfway in, I may not want to go there and eat. You know, I don't like tube steaks smothered in sweat shorts. I don't want that on my plate or in the menu. So I may prejudge, and I will probably be wrong. But, you know, every human prejudges different things, good or bad, so that they don't get in trouble, in harm's way. It's a part of an instinct, you know. But you don't make decisions to keep people out of certain things based off of that. Then I never had the power to do that anyway. You know, just like if I see somebody with dreadlocks, I might think they smoke a lot of weed. But I have met a lot of people with dreadlocks, and I've asked them, but a lot of them don't. And when I used to, people used to say to me, I never thought you would smoke. You don't look like somebody that smoke. I'm like, what I'm supposed to look like? Let me get the smoke, man. I need a fix, man. Come on, man. I suck your dick. I mean, what I'm supposed to do? So, you know, you never know. But, you know, a lot of people make those types. Just like he said, you see a name and you don't hire them. You could not be getting the best people for your company or for your job based off of prejudice. You know, how can 13% of the population get locked up 3 times as much for the exact same crimes? Because, you know, they don't have money to get lawyers and proper representation in court. That's why. Now, this is actually, from what I know, to be true, that he liked to wear dresses, and he also was gay, but a closet homosexual. He lived with a man, and they considered to be calling themselves roommates in public. But from what we know, I don't know. It was a little more than that. Nita, you say you tried to do a review on Without Remorse, and you ain't have much to say. You got to rewatch it, but it's black support. Okay. That's kind of how I feel about Black Lady Sketch Show, but I don't like it. It wasn't funny to me. You explained that many times. You can't be a racist unless you empower. Facts. Brother Mike, welcome to the show, man. Sorry to keep you so long. I wanted to get a couple of these things out right quick. What's on your mind, man? Before you say something, let me just give Buzz thank you for the super chat right quick, man. I appreciate you, Buzz. All right, Mike, what's going on, man? How you feeling? You there?
Doing good, man. What's up?
Hey, what's up,
Yeah,
man?
I'm
What's
here. You
up?
hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. How you doing, man?
What's going
What's
on?
on your mind?
That was probably delayed. Now, what's the topic, man? I don't know if it's going on for a while, so I don't know what the topic was.
Well, right now, what you think about this last video I played with this guy talking about racism versus prejudice? Do you think he on point, or do you think that it's a little, he's a little off, or what do you think on that?
But there's a white dude? I don't know what is it.
Huh?
Is this a white dude? I
You
mean, what
don't
he's
see?
saying is correct. What he's
Yeah.
saying is correct. Like people are prejudiced based on their past experience. So, like you said, I think you said that if you see a group of people that looks dangerous, you're gonna walk across the street. But I'm guessing you based that off of your past experience. Like, oh, these group of people tend to be more aggressive. You know, they got more courage and stuff. So, and if they look a certain way, they might try you or somewhere like
Right.
that. So, yeah, prejudice is always based on past. Prejudice is always based on past experience.
And that go for like, but you got to be careful because then it can show that you worry. Just like if you run, a dog might chase you, but you got to also be on guard. So like sometimes in my past experience, if I'm in the wrong neighborhood or certain neighborhoods and I'd be walking and you see a group of people on the porch that is in a different gang or look like they in a gang, this and that, you might not want to walk past because they gonna start fucking with you and saying shit and start trying to see what you about, and then they may
Why you think that?
because it
Why
happened
why you think that?
because of past
Exactly,
experience.
based on past
Exactly.
experience. What happened to you? Yeah.
Right. Where that's a good point that you bring up because a lot of white people that feel that way, like a white lady, for example, will clutch her purse if a black man comes by her or gets in the elevator with her. They have never had a past experience of being robbed or attacked or mugged by a black man.
But but
That's
why
a
you think that? Let me
misconceived. That's a
why
misconceived
you
notion because of the way the
why you think
media and everything portrays.
exactly
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it portrays that way, whereas the media and stuff doesn't portray, the same thing with white people, this, that, and the other. That people are afraid of them for that, but they do the same amount of dirt and crimes as everybody else. You know, and
Let me ask you a question, Jay. How
go
many
ahead.
movies you seen on school? How many movies have you seen on school shooters?
You know what? I don't think I've seen any. I've seen Bowling for Columbine, but that's a documentary, and that's the only thing that I
Because
can
they're
think of.
mostly white.
I saw where you was going with that, and you know what? Damn, that would deep. That would deep. You know what? That's crazy. If they were black, I bet you we would have had about 20 of them by now. 20 school shooting movies
Yeah,
or
man.
TV shows come out or something. But because damn near all of them are white, damn, man, that's crazy. And that
Yeah,
goes back
man.
to the
I'm
systemic
telling you,
racism
like,
because the people in power that make this stuff don't normally portray themselves as the bad guy. Maybe it's subconsciously,
I'm telling you, man.
but
The
yeah,
white people, the greatest trick white people like played on them. The greatest trick white people played on us is they did all this stuff. They conquer nations, eliminated like entire races of people. They're horrible shit. But they convinced us that black and brown people are evil when
yeah.
they did all this shit. So that's
Hmm.
the greatest trick that they've ever done.
Yeah, and convince some of their own people that they were savages. And speaking of that, you just made an excellent point, and this is an excellent segue I'm about to play right quick about the how people that have done that stuff have rewrote the narrative and like you said, convince people
Like
that black
England,
and
England
brown
don't
people.
celebrate the 4th of July. England don't
No,
celebrate the
they
4th of
don't.
July.
And also the Germans, I really admire Germany because after the Holocaust and all the things that went wrong, They actually put out there that this is what happened. This is where we went wrong. We apologize. We won't let this happen again. They actually put out there what happened and acknowledge what went wrong and try to correct it. Whereas the United States with slavery, they don't do that. They try to act as if get over it. We're going to put up monuments of the South. They were traitors to the United States. Why are there monuments to the Confederacy and those leaders? You know, they still won't put up an anti-lynching bill. It's a lot of things that are not going on properly that should. Whereas if it was taking the approach similar to what Germany has done, then we would be in a whole better place as a nation than where we are now. What you think on that? Are you familiar with that, on how Germany handled that?
Yeah, and, I'm not familiar with them with that specific information, but I never, when I'm thinking about it, I never really heard Germany deny or try to justify their actions in that sense. But I do believe, I don't know if they talked about it, but I do believe Hitler did a lot of fear mongering and just used the media to convince his own people just to, because I did a lot of research that the soldiers, they didn't want to do the things that they were being told to do, but it was on Hitler made them be on like a lot of drugs and like sleep deprived and just make them like desensitized. So there are a lot of effed up things. I forgot. I think cocaine. I forgot what drug. It was a drug that was created by Germany that he gave his soldiers to like go crazy. I forgot what drug. I think it might have been. I'm gonna have to look it up. But
Probably
it
with
was a
some
drug
type
created
of
during that time.
I think I heard of something like that. My son is real big in history as well, and he probably remembers. But I think it's
History is
something
crazy.
similar to like speed or something. I'm
Yeah, I'm
trying.
gonna
I
have to look
just
it up.
found this article. Well, this video. I was looking for what I wanted to show you. For some reason, it wasn't on my computer. But I'm gonna show you all this video right quick. Why is it not going through? I know Ralph ready with the jokes. Go ahead, hit me with the joke, Ralph. No. Anyway, okay,
I
here
think
I got
Canada
it
did the
right.
same thing. The same thing. What you're talking about, I think Canada did the same thing. I think they acknowledged that the land that they're on did not belong to them before. But then there's a couple places where they have like monuments to like tell people like, hey, just to let you guys know that this land did not originally belong to us, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm about to play this video. Let me get a couple of these things. Ralph said he never heard of that movie what is it? Without Remorse. What platform is it on, y'all?
It's on Amazon.
Okay, it's on Amazon, Ralph. You got Amazon, it's on Amazon. Montana Max, what's good, brother? Appreciate you coming through. Oh, Nita answered it. I'm late. But anyway, I appreciate you as well. It's out now. I'm gonna have to check it out. Maybe I'll have to play that on movie night. And Minari and Nomadland, I ain't seen neither one of those. I know they was nominated for Academy Awards and stuff. But yeah. Hey man, Larry, that's true, man. We got to think about it that way. They control the narrative because, and that's another reason why you should watch. I did 2 episodes of it, and I need to do the final 2 called Exterminate the Brutes. I know when I streamed it, a lot of people don't want to watch a documentary on movie night, and then the guy got an accent. A lot of people was talking about who is this guy narrating this, that, and the other. But the message, man, was so strong, and he was talking about how Hitler got the idea and to exterminate a race of people and take their land from America, because that's what they did to the Native Americans. Took the land, exterminated them damn near, and moved on. So, what you mean not this dude catch you on the
I know
rebound?
that.
What's the problem, man? What's up, Max? I don't get it. Anyway, Ralph, you're gonna limit them to one live, one per, limit them to one per live. Jay, I don't get it, but all right. All right, serial K trying. All right. So here, let me play this video right here. And I want you all to tell me what you think about this video right here. And this is the danger. And this is actually what goes on more than we realize with history and with people and a guilt complex, but they don't realize it. Listen to this whole conversation. This is mind blowing to me. Let's play this. Roll the
Yeah, real
video
quick,
tape.
Jay. What platform is that? Exterminate the Brutes on?
That's on HBO. That's on HBO. And after this video, I'll pull it up and so you all can see. Oh, actually, here it'll pull up right here, right quick. So I'll show you. Exterminate the Brutes. I played 2 episodes on my movie night, so people can watch. And I mean, it is very powerful. Exterminate all the brutes. It's new. Came out this year. A lot of people hated on it because it's just way too much in your face facts. Way too much for some people to handle. And it ain't sugar coated. And I give it a 9. I mean, it's deep. And it's a 4-part series. And he breaks down about genocide, conquest, slavery, and the fabrication of whiteness. Like, the United States military to this day celebrates exterminating Native Americans. And he breaks it down one quick way. I'll say how he break it down. Did you notice every helicopter that we use is named after a Native American tribe? Apache, the Chinook, the Tomahawk, you know what I mean, the Black Hawk Down. They named Bin Laden code name Geronimo because he was one of the American Army's greatest adversaries. I mean, it's really deep. I didn't even think about it like that. But why would they name all these helicopters after Native Americans? And that's just one small thing.
Something weird.
Man, for real. It's deep, man. It's deeper than rap. Anyway, look at this right here. You know, it's just so much stuff going on, man. It's really unfortunate, man. But this is really good, man. Really good, really powerful. Really powerful. And I think everybody should see this, you know, white, black, rich, poor, Hispanic. Because, I mean, it actually talks about how this has affected people around the world. Like, these are Native Americans. And you see how they had a church at one thing, and he just came and yanked somebody out and killed them in front of everybody because, you know, they were treated as if their life was meaningless. Like, you were my property. It's like me with a dog. If the dog pooped on the carpet, I'm not going to wait for the dog to finish talking with his family. You know what I mean? I just take the dog and beat the dog or do whatever, punish it. And that's how they kind of treated people. It's just really deep. And you should see how they try to convert people and all kind of stuff, you know, and use religion and different things as a weapon. And just so much stuff. It's deep. And yeah, the guy has an accent. He talks about Germany as well. He lived in Berlin. He's a black guy from Haiti or somewhere. I forget where he's from, but he talk about so much. It's deep. It's really good. I watched it with my son, and I also played it for people to watch. So definitely check out Exterminate All the Brutes on HBO. I mean, boy, deep, really deep. All right. This is the reason why people should watch this
real quick.
Stuff. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna play this video and say this is the reason why people should watch it. Huh?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. All right, I'm about to play the video. Here you go.
that we're racist. We're not racist. I'm involved in a church, and we have blacks and whites that worship together. Are they allowed to sit together? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we in a mix. Just checking.
We have a black lady as a member of our church, and she wants to be known to the congregation as Big Mama.
Oh, Big Mama's wonderful. Everybody knows Big Mama.
We have two minorities right there on the police force. There's
Two.
two women, one's a black one, but that says a lot for what Tallahassee represents.
Yeah, it seems like a very progressive city.
Want want.
What are you doing here?
We're reenactors. Perry and I both are.
So you're reenacting Confederate soldiers in the Civil War.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us a little bit about what the war was about?
States' rights. The North and the South was dividing too much power, control, states' rights.
But do you think they were fighting for a just cause?
The people in the South and the people in the North both felt that they was fighting for justice.
But now looking back, they were trying to abolish slavery. Was that a bad thing or is that a good thing?
Sometimes I think the bad things are portrayed more than the good things.
What were some of the good things
Well,
you feel like are
people were
portrayed?
taken care of. Would you take a tractor that you just bought brand new and tear it up, misuse it?
Or
No, you're
tractor.
gonna take care of it because you just spent a pile of money on that. Those people produce their crops, work their fields, so you're not going to mistreat something like that.
Interesting. What do
She
you
didn't
think
even know
else
what
would
to
be
say to
going on
that.
The way the South is depicted regarding slavery. I would think one would be the beating of people. There may have been one that would do that to their slave just because they're a mean, bad person, but the majority of them would not do that.
Would not
They
beat
were
their
part of
slaves.
the family. They were like Big Mama, we just love it. They were just all a big family.
They see
How do you know
Big
that to be
Mama as
true?
a slave.
Because I have family heritage and I've been told the story since I was a little girl from people whose grandparents lived it. That were-
Okay, that's a lot to digest, and I'm gonna play it again in a second. But first of all, you see how people, this is the definition of whitewash. They have whitewashed slavery and said that it wasn't bad. They were actually, people were taken care of. They took care of people. And it was like, we just spent a pile of money on you, just like if I bought a new tractor. So why would I beat you? I want to take care of you because you work my crops and you do this and that for me. So I love you, basically. I want to take care of you. I mean, then this woman says, she asked her, how do you know? Because my family and great grandparents that's been there told me. Do you think maybe they was lying because they didn't want to feel guilty or embarrassed of what they did and took part in? You know, people do lie, and people need to keep that into account. If slavery, she said only maybe one or two people may have beat or abused their slaves because they were really bad people. But for the most part, they got taken care of. Are you out of your forking mind? How are people today, and these people look, give or take my age, you know, up or down, you know, 10 years or so. How are you able to live in the year 2020 with a completely dystopian, out of touch view on history and what happened? And they want to reenact being in the South and this states' rights bullshit. It was the states' rights to own slaves, to have slavery. That was the states' right. It wasn't they were in disagreement over what? What was they in disagreement over? What? Cotton? Yeah, who's gonna pick it? Who gonna work? Don't people realize working in the field, working in the ground is hard work? Bending over makes your back hurt. It's hot, it's sweaty. They make people work from sun up to sundown. So nobody wants to do it. Even to this day, we have a marginalized people doing that work. Migrants. They're the ones that work and do this. We pay them, but we pay them next to nothing. And the only reason they allow it is because they don't want to pay people and they need the work done. And so they allow them to come in with them without proper immigration, because if they had proper immigration, they would be able to get better jobs. They wouldn't do that. So that's why, even though they like to push immigration reform and say it's taking jobs away, nobody wants to do those jobs if you don't have to. I mean, my mom, she liked to do a little work in the backyard and plant stuff. And, you know, some women and stuff like to do that. But that's hard work. She would make me help and stuff. And and that ain't nothing. That is not even 1% close to picking cotton and working in it. And it was hard on me. And I didn't like it, let alone picking fruits and vegetables and cotton and all of this stuff people have to do. Yeah, we got a lot of machines that do a lot of stuff, but it still requires a human being. And for these people to actually say this shit with a straight face is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that's the problem with separate school systems. If you go to a school system where it's only white people that are teaching this kind of stuff, it's nobody there to hold them in check. Because if it was people of color in that class, they would have been able to say, well, this ain't true. This ain't right. You know, but without people there to hold other people accountable, then all kind of stuff gets left in the cracks or said, and it's really, really unfortunate. What do you think on that, Mike?
Yeah, Jay, there's a slight delay on my side. That's why I didn't want to chime in and just interrupt your train of thought. But yeah, people always want to paint themselves as the hero in the situation or downplays like certain bad things they did. So everybody does it. So it's not just us. It's not just older people. Everybody like say you did some like you yelled at a person and you was really aggressive. Like as time passed, you're gonna be like, oh, it wasn't that bad. You're gonna try to downplay a little bit, but it wasn't like that. So everybody does it. So I'm not surprised that watching this video that this happened the same.
Mm-hmm. Let me get to a couple comments. CJ, first of all, I watched damn near everything on HBO. So I have been watching Mayor of Easttown, and I talked about it last week, but I don't think you was here last week. It's an excellent show. It's about this woman cop dealing with some stuff in her, you know, with some couple murders or whatever. The woman cop is actually, what's the woman name from Titanic? I can't think of her name right now, but the main woman from Titanic, she's in it. So it's a good show, but I don't have time to do a review. What's her name? Okay. Anyway,
I remember. I'm just like she still acts. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, Chris P, this Exterminate the Brutes, he does talk about this, and I never knew this. And I thought I knew a lot about history. Of course, I know I don't know everything, but so first, what the Germans did, and nobody said or did anything, is they exterminated a group of black people that lived in Germany, that were like Germans or something to that effect, which I never knew existed. And they showed the pictures and everything. They moved them off of their land. They had them starved. They showed pictures where you could see their ribs and everything. They killed almost 100,000 people. Almost 100,000. Then the rest they put into concentration camps and started making them work. And I had no idea about this. History always talks about what happened to the Jews from the Nazis and the Germans. They never mention what they did to this group of black people. And I was like, what? And me and my son was both shocked about this because we never knew about it. And Chris P, that's some good knowledge you got right there, brother, to know about that, because I had no idea about that myself. So that's what's up, man. Ralph, I see you coming on the show. Let me get to you in 1 second. Let's see. Yeah, Hitler did get his ideas from that tragic history when he applied that stuff. He got it from American history. He even said it. So you say that's the most lie thing I've ever heard. they're totally misrepresented what had actually happened. I mean, I don't understand how they can call themselves an adult with that type of retarded way of thinking. That's actually an insult to a retarded person because they can't help it. These people can. Chris P. Sally Ann, of course, is great, and she told me that, and I gave her congrats. So when Sally Ann come back Sunday, if you all wish her congrats, she said her nephew is going into the NFL draft today, and so that they would be watching the draft today, so she wouldn't be able to come. So,
awesome.
Yeah, that's what's up. So her nephew, I hope he got drafted. Speaking of the draft, the Bears finally got a damn quarterback that looks like he's gonna be worth a damn. I don't know why we got Trubisky when we did. Nobody expected him to do that. I mean, he barely played in North Carolina. Anyway, sidetracking. Let's go Bears. First quarterback we probably had in franchise history because we never had a real quarterback. It's been defense and running game. So they finally, after 100 years, we gonna have a quarterback. Jim McMahon was good, but he really wasn't that great. And that was a Walter Payton team on offense for the most part. So anyway, back to the subject. Stony Rock, that's the worst lie that I have heard a person say with a straight face. Facts. That is facts. CJ, you and Ralph been talking, and you said operational specialists work 6 hours a day and we're 95 to 100% through E5 or E6. That's their rate, enlisted 5 or 6. And you know, so you all talking about something else. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Why you all brought that up? Mayor of Easttown is very good. Ralph, what's up, man? Welcome to the show, man.
What's
Kate
up,
Winston,
Jay?
that's her name. Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? This is your first time on the show, man. My internet holding up today, man. Welcome aboard, man.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Now, I
They
wanted to
tried to
say,
keep a black man down. It's a conspiracy, man. They didn't want me to drop no knowledge or no jokes, man. That's all. Made me look bad.
You know, they try to bring the channel down any way they can, right? No, I wanted to come on here and say, did you see have you heard of Project 1619?
Yeah, I heard of it.
I don't think I did. That's a movie or a show? What is that?
No, it's something by the New York Times, I believe, or New York Post, one of them, where they're trying to rewrite the way that history is written in the schools. So they're trying to. 1619 is the first time a ship came over with slaves to America, and your boy Mitch McConnell tried to write a letter to the
my boy. Yeah, right.
Your man.
He tried to write a letter to the Department of Education asking them to cancel that project so it won't be taught in schools.
And you know his family owned slaves, right?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell from Kentucky, my bad. His family owned slaves.
Wait, Jay, you telling me an old white politician owns slaves?
I know it's groundbreaking news, man. I didn't want to drop too much groundbreaking news tonight. My bad, man. I didn't want to shake your foundation, but it is true. And then you know what? It's a thing like how these people here are saying that passed down bullshit from their family members, and then they got a certain way of thinking. Now we see like he's got that same crap passed down to him. The only difference is now he works in politics and makes laws or prevents laws and things from happening to benefit the same people his family got a leg up on. You know, and then they got the nerve to tell people pull yourself up by your bootstraps like we did, not realizing your damn boots was made out of my damn ancestors. You know what I mean? We was the damn boots, and you had a strap in your damn hand talking about some pull it up. You was walking on the backs of these people. Your family built wealth When people died, they passed it down generation to generation, and they had a leg up in life versus the people they trying to tell get a leg up and do it yourself. You're starting from complete zero. Actually, a lot of times you starting below zero because you don't have the educational resources. Your family members are already taught, ingrained, don't get a credit card, don't trust this, don't build your credit, don't do this. People saving money, don't trust the bank, don't trust this, don't do this, because of basically PTSD that's being passed down from generation to generation. And so you don't get to start to do anything until it's, you're already grown. You have to get school loans, so you're in debt to go to school, whereas other people get to go to school. And imagine if you get to go to college and get a degree and you're debt free and you get a degree and then you get a nice job and you don't have to do anything but use your money to buy a home or save or do whatever. You don't have to pay school loans back. I mean, that's a huge, huge step in life. Everybody I know, they got a lot of school loan debt. They get a degree if they able to, and they can't buy a house because they got $50,000 or $80,000 in school loans. That's a house right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's a house right there. And one thing I do like about what Joe Biden is proposing, even though it really ain't enough, because then all that's going to happen is they're going to move the goalposts. You know what I mean? Is that he trying to make it where people could get at least 2 years of community college for free. But then that's going to be looked at as like a high school diploma, basically. And if you got 2 years of community college, well, did you go anywhere else? So it ain't going to really mean nothing. But, at least it's one thing that they should be able to do. And I'm not saying that this should be enough, but it would benefit everybody. And they could actually give money to people who are descendants of slaves. One thing I do follow is Antonio Moore. He's blown up a lot and gotten a lot of traction. Have you all heard of Antonio Moore?
No.
Okay, well, he's the one that started that ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves. And he's trying to press for reparations and stuff, which we seen how they cut a check and trillions of dollars for people, but they gave it to everybody. But why they can't give money to descendants of slaves, which in Northwestern, in Evanston, Illinois, they actually are going to use tax money from marijuana sales to start to give reparations to African Americans in the neighborhood. I actually got the article saved. But I got to find it. But anyway, so, at least all African-American descendants of slaves should be able to get a free college education wherever they want to go. That's the least that you could do. And then that would help everybody have more education, which then would get better jobs. And when you make more money, what does the government do? They tax you. So they would get their investment back because people would make more money and they would end up taxing them and they would get their money back. But instead of doing that, because then you would actually then become CEOs and have power and wealth, and African Americans have less than 0.5% of the wealth in this country. Then they would have to actually have power and then be able to dictate, like how Joe Biden on the first day was writing certain things about, for Asian Americans and other people. But they won't do that. But it's unfortunate. Tim Scott is a disgrace. Anyway, Ralph, what you think about reparations? Do you think it will happen? And if you do you think it would be better to just cut the check or to give free college education or a combination of both?
Well, I mean, the original reparations was 40 acres in the mule, and that never transpired. I don't see them ever doing anything. I mean, it would just, you can't get Congress to agree on any damn thing. You know what I mean? They try
Right.
to agree on something like that. I mean, with as much, uh, the way they look down on them, not just minority, but just it's so much inequality in America. Whether it's racism, whether it's income inequality, the poverty line is just so bad in this nation that they just keeping the poor man down. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yes, it's a lot of minorities, but there's white people in the hood too. There's white people in the ghetto too. There's white people that are poor and underprivileged just as well.
Mm-hmm.
We just also feel it from the
Right.
police brutality standpoint, I guess. But
Mm-hmm. And by the numbers,
maybe
it's
the
more
college thing.
white
I
people.
mean, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to add to what you were saying. By the numbers, is more white people poor and on food stamps and welfare than blacks. But if you do percentage wise, because it's more white Americans than it is black Americans, that's where the problem is. You know what I mean? How can 13% have these same problems and represent such a big portion? It's just obvious it's done on purpose,
Yeah, I mean, just like the prison industrial system, right? I mean,
Exactly.
once you can look at the numbers so many different ways, but at the end of the day, like we always lose, right? I mean, that's the sad part about it.
Yeah.
But maybe the college thing, I think they might do something with it. I mean, I think it's going to be a tough sell, but I mean, we really, Democrats have full control. The presidency, the Senate, the House. The Senate is 50-50 technically, but they got the tiebreaker. So
Mm,
honestly, it comes down to like, put your money where your mouth is, because
right.
you guys said you want to do this for us. Thank you for the little handout check for the stimulus, but the college is going to create probably more generational wealth than, you know what I mean, some little uh
Mhm.
$1,200 check or $1,600 check, you know what I mean.
Right. Right.
uh
And
so
if they
so
was to
make
do a
that
check,
change.
yeah, exactly. And if they was to do a check, it should be equal to what 40 acres and a mule would be worth. That's basically giving you land and a vehicle or land
Right.
and a tractor.
Yep.
So they should, value what's a tractor worth and what would 40 acres of land be worth today and cut that type of check,
And they got that money. They got that
Yeah,
kind of money, and
exactly.
look, I mean, I'm Hispanic, so I'm not a descendant of any slaves, so I wouldn't get nothing. But regardless
Where you from?
of whether I get it or not, I'd rather just see someone else get it that, you know what I'm saying, that deserves it. You know what I mean? I'm
Mhm.
from Dominican
Where you
Republic.
from?
I'm from New York City, but my family
Black
is
man.
from Dominican Republic.
Dominicans are black, bro.
Right.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying from this country, as far as the
Oh yeah,
descendant of
true, true.
slaves from
Hispanic
this country.
descent. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Right.
that's what I mean by it. But
Right. Because
but
my
as how they
mom is
view me, they
Hispanic.
gonna view me. They gonna view me the same as all my brothers. That's why I say minority. We are
Right.
almost in the same boat. But
No, cause I
I,
say that because I'm Dominican too, bro. So like, there's a lot of Dominicans that like to deny, but we're black. It's like if you know the history.
Right.
Christopher Columbus actually came to DR first, wiped us
Yep.
out, and we were black, and then he came to
The
America. So
Taino people
yeah,
was white.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we're black, but they like to deny it. They like to claim the Spanish side more, the Spain side more. But come on, man.
Right.
Bachata, salsa, man. We got that. We need to get that from Spain. But
Hmm.
got that from
And
black
the
people,
only
man. Come
reason
on.
you speak Spanish is because Spain is who enslaved the people there, brought the slaves there. You know what I mean? That's why Americans speak
Exactly.
English, because it was English slavery. You know,
yeah,
um, my mom is Hispanic. She's from Panama, which is black people.
yeah,
And my mom's grandmother was working as a slave on the sugarcane plantation, which was what most people in the Caribbean, was slaves for sugar. Jamaica and everywhere in the Dominican, and the French had the other side of the island, which is Haiti, until they revolted. But like Haitians, they're not really French people; they black. They just
Yeah.
speak French because that's who colonized them. On my father's side, my grandparents come from Mississippi and from Alabama, and it goes back to cotton field, slavery. So you know, it is
Yeah,
what it
because
is. But
you got it firsthand right there. I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
just sad. I mean, you watch a movie like Judas and the Black Messiah, where they literally, I mean, assassinated this black man. I mean, he was what 21 years old. I mean, the government
exactly.
coming after him because he was a threat,
Mhm,
because he was uniting all the minorities and even
mhm.
some white groups to
The
go
same
against the
story.
government.
Right.
Yeah,
Hey,
same
Larry
thing happened to
Jones,
Martin
come
Luther
on
King.
back, man. I was gonna get to you. Just gotta hold on for a second. I didn't want to cut everybody off. I was gonna get to you though, bro.
Oh, you can
Um,
let him in. I could get off. You
well,
can let
Yeah, I'm
him
about
no,
to
in.
get off too.
we all okay. He just came back, and I want to say something else. Who just said this? About I think that was Buzz. That let me go back to that comment. I think he said that his great grandfather was Robert Smalls.
Yeah, that was
Um,
awesome.
yeah, that's dope. Yeah, right here. He actually
Shout out to
yeah,
Buzz.
he impersonated a Confederate soldier in order to get through with that ship. He took command, and his story is really deep. And you know, actually, Kevin Hart has a show on Netflix that is actually a mix with history and comedy. And it's let me see what it's called, but he actually has the story about Robert Smalls on there, and it's on Netflix. So if you all want to check it out, I'm gonna pull it up right quick. And Larry, I'm about to get to you in 1 second, so just hold on, brother. 1 second. But yeah, the Kevin Hart thing is pretty good. If you all want to check something out, especially it's called A Guide to Black History. So especially if you got younger kids or whatever, and you want to teach them a little something or show them something, it's pretty good. They give it a 5.5. It's not that bad. I would give it a 7. If you're looking for some laughing, it ain't like that. I mean, it's about Black history, so it's not really a joke. But he kind of makes stuff, you know, a little more entertaining, so that you know, because we as people got a problem with not wanting to hear knowledge. You know what I mean? Which goes
For sure.
back to slavery, not wanting you to learn, not wanting you to keep stuff, and then you would actually could be killed if you learned how to read. So people as
Hmm.
parents would make you not want to read and stuff as a way of protection, you know, and then that type of stuff is passed down so through generations to the point where a lot of people subconsciously don't like to learn and don't like to receive knowledge now, you know, which is very unfortunate. But you know, if you was a parent back then and your child was trying to learn how to read, you might give them a whooping, because you know that if your child was found out to learn how to read, he may be killed, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
and so that's unfortunate.
The controls they put in place, you know what I mean, to just keep us down.
That's
That's just
right.
all it
That's
is.
right. Yeah. Desiree, you have a good night. Larry, what's up, man? Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, what's going on with you, Jay?
What's up? What's up? You
Hello.
thought I ain't see you. I was gonna get to you, man. I ain't gonna leave you hanging. Okay. What's on your mind, bro?
Oh, my fault, man. And
It's all good.
I was just trying to, compliment you, man. You was speaking facts not too long ago.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. You know, I try to, you know I joke around and say a lot of stuff, but at the same time, I like to mix up a little bit of the truth, you know, with it for everybody as well, because some people don't know or forget or whatever the case. So, you know, um,
What's up,
and
Larry?
some people may need to get reminded, you know,
What's
we
going
all
on? What's
do.
going on?
Yeah. So,
Oh,
you
Dave,
know,
real quick on I wanted to touch on the reparations, the topic real quick.
yeah.
You talked about like the American government cutting the check. I don't think that would be useful because I think a better way is to invest in us financially. Like, cause there's a lot of us are financially illiterate. So if we go your route, talk about cutting the check, I think that money will be gone in a couple of generations. You know what I'm saying? Because if we
That's
don't know
true.
how to, if we don't know how to invest in it and grow, because I see a
They
lot
might.
of these
They
schools
might.
and
They should
and
do
like
both.
Yeah, exactly. So like, cause I see a lot of these white schools, they teaching their kids about investment, real estate, and things like that, just to invest in, like, grow the communities. And I feel like that's
Hmm.
something they should do with the Black and brown community. That's something that you should invest in to help that community grow, and you'll get more money, like you said before, out of taxes and things of that nature.
Hmm. But
Hey,
also,
hey,
I'm gonna
can
just
I
say
say
this.
something real quick? Oh,
Yeah, let me just add
oh,
this one thing real quick. Keep in mind, you can't tell people what they can and can't do with their money too.
I'm not saying
So
that, and I'm
I
not
know
saying
what
that.
you
I'm just
mean,
saying,
but
yeah.
yeah. All right, go ahead, man.
I, I,
Ro,
I
Larry.
think with the reparations, I think that's something that we kind of been asking for a long time. Is like equity,
All right.
right? We just want an equal playing field. That's all we really wanted, because once we had that opportunity, we built communities like Tulsa. Just imagine if those communities wasn't tore down back in those days. We probably
Oh
would
wow,
be in a different position right now. You
that's
know what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah.
Rosewood. We had places. We had Republicans in Wilmington, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? We smart enough. That's the main thing. They fear us. That's
Right.
what drive that racism.
Hmm. And you know, also, this is another thing that is
So we not even
whitewashed.
asking for money. Just make it equal.
Right. After the Civil War, Reconstruction was actually working, and people of color were in Congress. People of color had, some people actually was receiving the 40 acres and the mule, and we were actually
Right.
like changing stuff and doing stuff. And then the next president backwalked all of that stuff more and more, to the point where they started changing voting rights, making people scared to vote, getting people that were elected out of office.
They're doing that
You know,
now.
yeah,
Right, and that exactly. You're right,
Yeah,
Mike. That's the issue, because there's things in place that are systematically against us not to succeed. That's the main problem. That's it,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
in my
yeah,
opinion. And then it's coming from all angles, right? We getting it from social media. Everybody like attention. You know what I'm saying? We getting it from the media. We getting it from all angles. And
mm-hmm,
there are black people that are successful, and you used to see that back in the day, just like how you were saying, Jay.
yeah. And Distro, you are 100% right, which is crazy, because this is not how people think, people of color. And it is that they fear that they will get treated the way that they have treated everyone else in the world, basically everyone, not just us, but everyone, because they took Texas from Mexico and other lands. I mean,
Mm.
everywhere you go has been some type of, oppression to another group
Right,
of people.
and
And
at this
exterminate the
point,
roots
at
touch on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and at this point in life, we've learned to get over things, right? Because we had people in our race do us dirty, right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But we get over it. Ain't like we finna go and kill them or nothing like that. At least not me,
right. That's not
So
even how we
at least
think.
that they don't know though.
Right. Because it's a fear, because you know in your heart that you've done so much bad and so much wrong that you just don't understand why. Because that's how they would do it. You know
Yep.
what I mean? That's what they would do. So they don't understand why other people don't think that way and want to do that. But
But you see, those views have been placed upon us, right? That's why we savages, right? You go to Chicago, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and that was supposed to be the place where we're supposed to get away from slavery, right? Going
right,
up north, going out west, and stuff. And so, like, how is those communities the worst? you
right,
know?
right. And they did that on purpose too,
I
because
think
Chicago wasn't as bad it was as it is now. But what they did is regentrification. So because of
Yep.
white flight, when most white people that lived in the city moved to the suburbs, then it left most people of color living in the inner city. Value went
You're right.
down,
You're
other
right.
things happened. They built the projects. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Now that's a whole nother subject. But once you have that group of people living in the projects, then you tear the projects down, put up multi-$100,000 townhomes. Now, because black folks think I'm gonna move to the suburbs because it's bad in the city. Now the suburbs are bad, and you're an hour away from work because you got to work in the
And
city. Most people, you know what I'm
in this
saying?
time period,
They
you and
moved
you and
into
then
the
you
city.
you
Go
you
ahead.
talking about like in the 60s and the 50s and the 70s and stuff like. My parents was born in the
Exactly.
70s. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
this ain't that old.
Damn,
It's
how
not
old
like
are
it's
you?
100 years ago. I'm
Yeah.
27.
Okay. You make me feel old. I was born in 1978.
Right.
But
But
my
I
parents
Like
think,
told
I
me
mean,
about it.
do you think that there's gonna come a time where, I mean, races are intermixing so much. You have social media, people, there's more wealth now, I think, in the black community than there was before. You think there'll come a time, maybe not in our lifetime, maybe 50, 60, 70 years, where it's going to be no other way other than for things to just become more equal anyway?
Yes and no. Because just like
Or maybe to an
Dr.
extent, I
Omar,
guess.
yeah, like Dr. Umar Johnson said, they're gonna align with people that support their cause or agenda
The
more
nation.
than people of color. You know what I mean? Like Asian or the Arabs, and different things of that, because they got more wealth and different things, whereas African Americans and people
right.
in Africa don't have wealth to dictate any, not enough. Don't get me wrong, it's always people with something, but it's not enough to dictate this whole country to cater to them. You see what I'm saying?
And Jay,
And so,
Jay, you hit it
yeah,
right on the head too. You hit it right on the
yeah,
head.
man.
It's finan. If we ever become more financially stable than them, then and force them to have to come to us, then that'll probably be the only way,
Mhm.
because that's all they
Yep,
love the most is money.
yep, yep. And that's how you actually get things done with your pocketbook, whether it's politicians or laws
Yeah, you
or,
see how fast they passed the Asian bill, the
huh?
anti-Asian bill. You see how fast they passed the anti-Asian bill, like in a week.
Damn right.
No,
I
nobody
mean,
voted against it.
nope, nope. But why is it a problem with getting an anti-lynching bill? That should be a no-brainer. What is
Yeah,
it
I
to
heard about that.
discuss? Yeah, what is it to
So
discuss? It's just
Or to
crazy.
get rid of all the Confederate uh, statues and
Thank you.
monuments and names on the bases in the military and all that.
Yes, yes, they were traitors. They wanted to destroy America and
hey,
separate it.
hey Jay, we just seen in January what they think about traders, domestic traders.
Yeah. Well, we saw what happened on January 6th, what they think of
Yeah,
traitors, as long as the
yeah.
traitors look like them.
They
It's
don't
good,
shoot.
it's
They don't do
good
nothing.
people on both sides. They were good. I told them I'll be with them. I was with them in spirit. I didn't actually go with it. They put it up there. They went too fast. They walked fast, but it's okay. They was good people. They loved the cops. And hey, I got a video about that too. I'm glad you brought that up. Perfect segue about that in the cop.
And you know the worst
But
Martin
part of
King
you know
right
the
here.
worst part about that though,
what's up?
that message that Trump, the first message, the initial message. You remember that one?
Yeah. Hey
We
Ralph, man,
love you.
go on to show your
We
face, man.
love
We
you.
didn't see you playing peekaboo. Come on. Go ahead, Larry. My bad. What's the worst part of the
No, that
message?
initial message, man.
Yeah.
It was just his true feeling, and then he tried to clean it up like so many times after that. It was crazy.
Yeah. And where I'm from, if I'm riding for you and I just went and did this, put my life and freedom on the line for you, and then you turn around and renege and lie, you know what I'm saying? I'm done with your ass. Like you ain't, we go to war, we go to fight. You supposed to have my back. Now, I didn't expect him to be there. Like if they shouldn't have expected him to be there trying to kick the door in with him. But they shouldn't have expected
Right.
him to say and disown it either. But he didn't want to go to
Yeah.
jail and put
No.
his freedom
Right.
on the line like they did for his dumb ass. I don't see how they could even support
Mm.
him after that. You are delusional, a cult.
But
You know,
those are like the extreme right people though. Those are the ones that aren't as educated, and
that's
the
true.
people that are educated, they're gonna do it schematically. They're not gonna go head on. But it was a lot of people in that crowd
That
that
was educated and stuff. Yeah,
was,
I'm
yeah.
gonna jump back in the
it was like
chat,
a couple
Jay. I'm gonna
mayors,
go.
governors, or something.
Mm-hmm. All right, hold on. Let me read this one thing right quick. I just Googled white flight, and it's saying that it's usually used to refer to a migration phenomenon in the post-World War II era as people of color moved into predominantly white neighborhoods and cities from which they had previously been excluded. Many white residents of those neighborhoods picked up and left. And even if you all seen Suge Knight documentary, American Dream, American Nightmare, you all seen that before? It's actually pretty good. It's with Antoine Fuqua. And I've seen it a couple times, but it came on again last night and I watched it and it's really good. Suge Knight, they should make a story about his life. But he brings up, yeah, he had a very interesting life. But he brings up a point that is in the new show on Amazon called Them. And that is that he said when he moved to Compton, it was all white. And then people started moving out, moving away. And then that's when stuff started happening because, you know, of course, they sold it for next to nothing. And then it brought down the school systems, brought down the quality of people living there and different stuff. And we know the rest is history. Go ahead if y'all want to say something. I'm about to pull up this video right quick.
All right, Jay. So, real quick question. I'm about to get out of here. I'm thinking about. I've been brainstorming for past week. This is why I've been on your show so much. I'm trying to hear myself talk. I'm thinking about creating my own YouTube channel where I do like anime, sports, the things I like. So I'm just trying to hear how I sound doing this. So, question: do you have any advice that you would give me, like something that you wish you knew before you start yours?
Well, one of the things that you should do is just be consistent. Be consistent. Now, I kind of knew this part, but I got to think of something I wish I knew. But not that I knew everything, but I'm just trying to think of something good. But be consistent. People like consistency. And, just keep putting it out there and you'll get better. Keep learning new things. And, you don't have to buy a lot of equipment and stuff at first. Use what you got. And then as you start to make more money, then you can invest. Now, if you want to buy stuff and you can afford it, go for it. But if you think you need to buy this and do that and do this before you even get started, that's not necessary. You know, it's a lot of people that just use their phone and sitting in their damn car talking and they get a lot of success. So, and also you need to show your face. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
No, show that face. No, I'm not scared. I just I want my words to, cause I'm trying to hear myself talk. I'm not trying to, cause what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do something like, I've been watching the channel for a while now. When you do your reviews, you don't show your face when you're doing reviews. You just do like screen by screen. So I'm trying to do something like that in the beginning, with like anime and doing like game reviews and stuff like that.
Right.
And then I could just branch out to different things like sports and just other stuff I like. But yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, no problem. What I do, and also I got a list of some equipment in every of my videos. You can scroll down in the description box and you can see the equipment I use and the link to go check it out. Like the camera I use that I'm using right now is a full HD camera. I think I paid like $30 for it, 30, $40 on Amazon.
Damn,
yeah, and this camera, that's what I'm using right now. And a couple other products I use, like the lighting and stuff. So all of this stuff I got relatively cheap. The most expensive thing is this microphone I use now, which is a Blue Yeti microphone. And this microphone is, I think I bought it at Best Buy for like $150. And
that's not that bad.
Yeah, and that's the most expensive thing, other than my computer, of course. That's the most expensive thing.
Any apps you use for editing and putting on, like, turning on screens?
Do you use Apple?
Yeah, I have an Apple product, yeah.
Okay, well, with Apple, it already has iMovie on your computer and on your phone. And I use iMovie for all my editing. Now, I know some people want to use like DaVinci Resolve and other stuff. And if that's what you want to do, fine. But iMovie is free and you probably already familiar with how to use it. And I've been using iMovie for like 3 years now. So I edit all my videos on iMovie. Yeah. And, you can just use what you got already. You don't have to all pay or start learning new things if you don't want to. And also you can use your phone. If you got a good phone, you can use your phone to do a lot of stuff. Yeah, I bought some DSLR cameras and stuff, but I don't even use them anymore because I use my phone more to take pictures and do stuff. So you can use your phone and do a lot of stuff depending on what kind of phone you got. You got a flip phone, you in trouble. All right. But if you got a good phone, you know, you can do, you know, a lot of stuff with it. And just be consistent. Just be consistent. And yeah, like you say, I don't show my face on that stuff because the video is the story more than that. You know what I mean? It's not really me talking, it's me talking about whatever it is. So, you know, yeah, that's a good point. I don't really show my face on like uploads about stuff like that because I want you to focus on what I'm talking about and not like talking to me necessarily. You know, so
apologize to anyone that's sick and tired of hearing my voice. I'm just trying to bounce my ideas off all other people. But hey, if you don't want to hear me, man, click on the link because I'll be in the chat for hours. When Jay dropped the link, everybody's scared to talk. Like, come on, man. If you have your own opinions, come up on stage. But
yeah,
Jay,
definitely.
thanks for the advice. I'm gonna head out. See,
Hey, no
good
problem,
night.
man.
See you, Larry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in the chat though.
All right, Joe.
All right, no problem, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. Hey, no problem, man. Hey, man, I don't know distro. I just, you know, I this is what I was learned and was taught growing up. And it's like to be a Renaissance man, meaning know a little bit about as much as possible. So I could talk to anybody, and I mean anybody, about any subject for at least 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Some subjects longer. So, you know, whether it's cooking or politics, religion, policing, sports, video games, movies, TV, travel, guns, weapons, you know, weight loss,
and Jay,
exercise, whatever the case. You know, what's up?
And Jay, you know, a main reason why you know a lot of that stuff, and that, you know, those people they trying to break down from the black families. You know, you had
That's
a
true.
father and you had a mom.
That's
that
true.
was able to teach you that stuff. I had the same things, even if
Yeah.
they not together, because you know, I never seen my parents together.
Okay.
But they cared enough to teach us different things. You know.
Right. That's true. And my parents didn't have a happy relationship all the time. And they had a lot of ups and downs. And, you know, my father had to sleep on the couch a lot and different things. But that's also a teaching moment, too. Because, you know, now as a grown man, I know he was wrong. He was out running the streets doing stuff that he should have brought his ass home. And you know what I mean? So, hey.
And he probably owned up to those things, right?
Eventually. after he was kicked out, now he be talking about, I want to go back, I want to move and be with her now. I'm like, man, they got a love-hate relationship now. They just make me laugh, and I always, of course, go call them out on it and stuff.
It's a wrap.
Right. Like, man, y'all at 75 years old, talk about you want to go and move back in. When you trying to hit that shit, man, get your ass up out of here.
Get lonely at that age. They get lonely at that age.
But I love your mama though.
But you know, he still lives from Chicago.
Yeah.
He still lives from Chicago. You got to remember, y'all, from where you from.
Yep. That's true, man. That is true. But see, all things is a teachable moment, even good and bad, you know, situations. So like, because of that stuff, I learned that not to do that when I was in a relationship. You know what I mean? I didn't want, you know, to be sleeping on the couch, or my woman not to lock me out or some shit. You know what I mean? I didn't want to have to be lying or do this or that, you know? So either when I wasn't ready to be with somebody, then I didn't put a label on it and do that. So we would be arguing and stuff. And when I was ready, I wasn't running the streets and doing that, you know? Another thing that was funny, and I tell my dad this all the time, is his feet was ugly as hell. So I always made sure
Man,
my damn feet was not ugly. Women even to this day be like, you got real nice feet, especially for a man. Be like, man, shit. My dad scared me straight with them bunions and hammer time, boy, and hard ass heels.
them things like a
Ooh-wee.
weapon, huh?
Hey, for real, boy. Better slit your throat at night or something, cut your damn Achilles sleeping next to you and shit. Your ass bleed out. I'm like, hell
The
no. I'm
artery in the
good.
mud, cut an artery on your
For
chest.
real. For real, man. For real. So, you know, man, I learned from both of that. And then also, like, my dad cooked and my mom cooked. You know, my dad was in the Marines too. So, like, he knew how to sew, because if you get a hole in your stuff, you gotta wait to mom. You gotta learn how to patch it up and different stuff. You know, be prepared for different stuff, you know, and then he's a big history buff. And also, you know, both of my parents was somewhat political. So, you know, learning about history was important. You know, you need to know your history. You
Yeah,
need to respect your, you know, elders and different stuff. And so, you know, a lot of that stuff, you know, played a good part in, you know, who I am. And I teach my son that as well, you know, and so you never know, man. You people, that's why they try to break up, you know, families. And even though they didn't get along all the time, they did stay together, and it was 2-income household, which helped me to be able to have better things that I probably would have been able to have in opportunities had it have been just one or the other, you know. And so,
yeah.
you know,
And you know, majority of the our counterparts, their households, you know, are pretty solid, even though they may not be, you know, in the inside, but you know, they essentially stay together for the most part, right?
Yeah, that's true. Mike, thanks
Yeah,
for the
but yeah,
super
my
chat
people, you know,
support,
my
man.
people,
Go ahead, man.
yeah, my people, man. I wish they cooked, man. I had young parents, man. I was raised on Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's.
Right, right. And see, yeah, man, that's another thing why it's, you know, they try to get people in that situation, because, you know, it brings you down in a way. Not only did you not probably get the skill of cooking, but then that food ain't good for you either, you know. And I used to cook a lot more,
Right.
although I did buy a lot of stuff too. But my son, when he was young, I was injured, and so because it's harder for me to do stuff and he was younger, I started buying more food and stuff like that, which is a waste of money and bad for your health. But as he started getting older
Right.
again,
I agree.
yeah, yeah. But as he started getting older, then I was starting to teach him how to cook again and stuff. And now my son, he can make steak, salmon, all kind of different rice, pasta, breakfast food, and he only 17, and he can make all kind of stuff, man, like a chef. And like I tell him, you be with a woman because you love that woman and like that woman, not because you want to lay in her bed or on her couch or drive her car or, you know, eat her food. You know, it's because you enjoy her company and you want to spend time and share your life with her. You know what I mean? You ain't got to be slanging sausage for survival. You see what I'm saying? And worried about your name ain't on the lease. You know what I'm saying? Getting kicked out and shit.
Yeah,
That,
but you know, a lot of people don't learn. A lot of people don't learn that stuff, though. You know, and
yeah,
we
man.
know a lot of people that's like that, right?
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of my friends scared me straight too.
So
I learned a lot. I'm some people need to learn the hard way, but I learned from other people examples the hard way. Like I say jokingly about my dad Pete, but then a lot of my friends had kids at a young age, at like 18 or 20, and they couldn't go party or spend their money or have baby mama drama. And I'm like, oh hell no. I need to buy a box of condoms, make sure I ain't having no kids, until it's time. And that's one thing. My parents have always been like 100 with me and up front. So like my mom was buying me condoms when I was in like 7th and 8th grade. I wasn't even getting none yet. I'm up in there trying to practice putting them on and shit. I remember I was it's a funny story, man. I've been like 7th grade and she gave me a box of condoms and I've been there trying to put them on in the bathroom. I thought I was being secretive. Here she come bang on the door. Do. You trying them on, ain't you? Laughing. I ain't trying them on. I had to use the bathroom. Stop. Like, oh shit, how she know?
Man, you right though, but hey, that's not a bad thing though. At least you had the knowledge, right?
Right,
Because
right.
when you go to places down south, man, they on that holy stuff and trying to be all, no, we're not gonna talk about that, but they doing that behind closed doors. Like
Right.
how did your
That's
kids
true.
get here? You ain't married.
Exactly. And you
You're
need
not
to be
married.
able to talk. Like I never had a subject I was scared to talk to my parents about, whether it's drugs, women, school, whatever,
Yep.
And so you need to be able to
Yeah.
talk to them because then some people make bad decisions without no advice, And so that's one thing I speak to my son
Yep.
about his whole life and stuff. So, he a teenager, so he don't like to talk to me anyway, but he know, but it is certain things that he can, talk to me about. He ain't gonna be shy or
Right.
embarrassed about when it's time come, And I didn't
Exactly.
have him till I was 25, which is pretty old nowadays. Considering how a lot of
I
people have
mean,
kids.
it's mentally, though. It's your mentality because you could be a 40-year-old that think like a 25-year-old, and that person don't need kids, right?
That's true. That's true. That's true. And also, like I kind of
And so,
benefited from my parents being old. When they had me, my parents was like what 36, 37 years old when I was born. So like when I was like
but you're
5,
not
they was in their
you're not the
40s.
oldest though,
You
are
say
you?
what? I'm the youngest.
You're not
Yeah,
you're
I'm the
not the
youngest.
oldest though, are you? Don't you got brother?
Yeah, I got a brother, and my brother is 20 years older than me. So he didn't grow up with me. He was a grown ass man with a family. Like he was more like an uncle to me. I grew up as the only child, really. You know what I mean? He would come by, stop by, whatever, and leave. Like what's crazy is my life. I was like a grown little man like all my life because I was an uncle. So my nephew, my brother's son, is only like 3 years younger than me. So like I was like 7 years old walking around with somebody calling me uncle. And now I gotta be responsible and teach him this and that, and he getting into fights, and now I gotta stand up and protect him and shit. Like I'm a kid my damn self. So it was I
That's how
kind
I
of had to
be,
grow
man.
up
That's how I be.
fast.
My
Yeah.
yeah. I'm about to say my little brother's 6. I got a 6-year-old little brother.
Oh wow. And how old are you? You sound like you at least in your 20s.
Yeah, I'm 27.
Oh wow. So that's damn near the exact same situation as me and my brother. You 21 years older than him. Yeah, so you like an
Yep.
uncle. Ain't like y'all about to sit and play G.I. Joe. You know what I'm saying? y'all ain't gonna go bike riding to the store to get some candy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be his dad. You know what I mean? Just like my brother. He could have been my dad. He's 20 years older than me. He could have been. So, he would stop by
Right.
and do stuff. My brother actually used to abuse me and beat me up. He used to beat me up. People would
Yeah.
call it abuse today, but back then they would call it toughen you up. You know what I'm saying? And one little thing that he used to do, it was a funny story right now, but this made me want to, not be afraid of people bigger than me. And then I was short most of my life till like I got into high school and had a growth spurt. So one thing that he used to do, I always had a big head. It really got a big ass head now, I guess. But anyway, so when I would put on a sweater or something when I was little, around like 5 years old, it would get stuck on my head. I'd have to like wiggle it around and shit. I used to hate that shit. And he used to think that was funny. And I remember he used to, when he would get a chance, he would pull that sweater over my head like that and then like beat me up and shit. Man, that shit would piss me off, man. So what I would do, because he had kind of like a belly, he was kind of fat. And so what I would do is once I would get up out of there and get free and get the hell out of there, I would leave. But like I would leave, but I ain't forgot. I'm about to get your ass. So I would leave, and I guess in his mind he would think, oh, I got him. He about to leave and go cry or something, And yeah, I may have had to wipe a tear or two away, but I was putting together a strategy for your ass. And I would come back like 30 minutes later or something. Like I would sneak up around the corner and I'd be looking to see, and he'd be watching TV on the couch or something, talking to my mom. And then I'd like, because we had like a little hallway before we would go into that room where we would watch TV. And I would get like to the end of that hallway and run as fast as I can. And then bend that corner and then just like jump like Jordan from the free throw line with both knees right in his fucking belly. Blues, my put sweat of that, motherfucker. I'm out of here. Then break out running and shit. He'd be like, oh, like, yeah. You thought you was gonna get away with that? No. My mom would laugh.
Man, I be tearing my little brother up sometime too, man. I'm a big brother for the first time, so I gotta take advantage, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, for real. So yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
Hey, I'm about to get up out of here though, man. My phone about to go dead.
All right, hold on 1 second. If you got time, I want you to look at this video about this cop talking about what happened on the January 6th. And before you go, hopefully your phone don't die, but if it do, I mean, I understand. But this is I was gonna segue it earlier, but we started talking. But remember, I played that video of these people that's delusional about history. Well, this dude right here is commenting on that.
Yeah, they're the people that was supporting the Confederate flag.
Exactly. So this dude right here, he's a cop, and he's talking about January 6th, and now he's all sad and hurt because his own people done switched up on him, and now he sees what it's like. Listen to this right here. I'm gonna put it on full screen a little bit.
It's been very difficult seeing elected officials and other individuals kind of whitewash the events of that day or downplay what happened. Some of the terminology that was used, like hugs and kisses, and very fine people, is like very different from what I experienced and what my coworkers experienced on the 6th.
It was a zero threat. Right from the start, it was zero threat. Look, they went in. They shouldn't have done it. Some of them went in and they're hugging and kissing the police and the guards.
On January 6th, I never felt threatened because I didn't. And mainly because I knew that even though those thousands of people that were marching to the Capitol were trying to pressure people like me to vote the way they wanted me to vote, I knew those were people that love this country, that truly respect law enforcement, would never do anything to break a law.
What?
I wasn't concerned. Now, had the tables been turned, and Joe, this got me in trouble.
Listen to this.
The tables been turned, and President Trump won the election, and those were tens of thousands of Black Lives Matter and Antifa protesters, I might have been a little concerned.
I experienced
a
group of individuals.
All right, I ain't gonna play it all because I know you got to get ready to get up out of here. But he said if it was Black Lives Matter, basically if they were black, it would work. What you think about what you heard, right?
Man, they seem like they trying to trying to make the Republicans and the Democrats like the Bloods and the Crips, like legit.
Yeah, you're right, man. You're right.
I think so because like y'all really think like somebody is out to get y'all, and I don't even think they believe that. You know,
right?
They just pushing that out. They're pushing that narrative out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. It's really crazy, man. Well, hey, man, if you got to go, I'm gonna let you get up out of here. But I appreciate you coming up, man, and you come on up more often, man. I appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate it, man. You take it easy. Right?
All right, no problem, man. Peace, man. Yeah, man. Hey, Distro, you funny, man, little rascal. Hey, Ote. Speaking of Ote, y'all see my smile? I've been using Smile Direct, man. This stuff actually works, y'all. It actually works. And I switched my toothpaste that I've been using, and my toothpaste has really been good. So, you know, let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna have to show y'all some stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. I'm gonna give it 15 more minutes. That'll make it an even 3 hours. Damn. Time fly when you're having fun, right? Anyway, so it's crazy how people can see, two different people can watch the same thing and come away with different results. Just like they just killed another man that was on his stomach. Like, you don't realize you can't breathe, your diaphragm can't expand when you're laying on the stomach, especially when somebody on top of you. But anyway, people come away with saying, well, that ain't what happened. Or with George Floyd, people say, well, that ain't what killed him, or he was going to die anyway, or whatever, as if this grown man doing that to him didn't, you know, actually do it. Anyway, this dude is a cop, and he's talking about it wasn't no hugs and kisses, and he was, you know, it's totally different from what they saying. And of course, everybody that had eyes and was trying to use them to see can see that this was not a simple, you know, peaceful thing, and that these people did not love law enforcement. You know, did they try to all take them over and kill them all? Not necessarily, but they didn't respect them. And like he said, if it was Black Lives Matter, for one, the law enforcement would have shot their ass. It's funny how only one person got shot, and that's when they were damn near in the Senate chamber, that woman. And had she not have gotten shot, then the rest of them would have went in there. And then this damn lawmaker, congressman that was saying he wasn't worried, would have got his ass whooped. You know, and I'm not the type of person that wants people to get hurt. So don't ever misconstrue or say I'm against this or that. I don't, you know, have anything against anybody. I don't. Only thing I have against people are people that are trying to perpetuate a cycle of injustice. I don't give a damn if you're Black, like Tim Scott, white, like Mitch McConnell, Hispanic, like whoever, plenty of them that identify as being Caucasian, like Ted Cruz. Hey, I'm Ted Cruz. Anyway, if you perpetuate in that cycle of ignorance and, you know, injustice, I'm against that. I'm against that. That's not right. And I don't believe in the man. Okay. I don't believe that, you know, they're necessarily holding you down, but they are. Yes, people have the ability to do a lot of things, but that's why it's called systemic, because it's not exactly they're putting the finger on Jay. Is that if you attack a group, you have them where they disenfranchised, they can't go and buy certain homes in certain neighborhoods, they don't have certain education, They get arrested 3 times more for same crimes, splits up homes. Then it's a single parent family home, which then leads to a whole nother group of problems. You're targeting that group to be disenfranchised. I mean, it's people act as if the prison system wasn't privatized into corporations. These corporations, like every corporation, job is to do what? Make money. What is a corporation supposed to do? Unless it's a nonprofit, which that's what a prison should have been, but they're not. They're for profit, and you can actually buy stock in them on the stock market. So if your business is a prison and your job as a business is to make money, well, how can you make money? It's not like it's a retail store where people can just come and shop. It's not like you can come advertise like it's a vacation spot. Come visit this prison. You'll enjoy the stay. I mean, what can you do? The only thing you can do is have lobbyists, and they pay lawmakers to keep laws and, you know, support laws that target and disenfranchise certain people. You also make it where that these people can only buy your products that you sell, and you sell cheap, small products that they run out, and they have to buy more of those products. You also make it that they stay in prison longer, and people in prison get paid a per diem. So you keep them in prison longer, they keep making money, and it's over. The toothpaste I use, I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna show y'all a little something that I use. And so you know, that's how you make money in the prison system. You keep the people locked up longer. You lower the quality. You're not going to feed as much as you can a good meal, because that costs more money. So you give a bologna sandwich with no mustard, ham with no burger. You know what I'm saying? Cool with no egg. And the next thing you know, you skimping out, saving money everywhere you can. The people can't decide to go shop at another prison. Birds Nation, what's up, brother? You should have came on earlier. And so, you know, the next thing you know, you making money off of this stuff. A Caucasian man named Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan actually was rumored to, I don't know if it's true or not, but in his investment portfolio was invested in private prisons. And also, you should watch Vice on Showtime, because they were talking about private prison system. It's probably on YouTube, and it's in a lot of you guys' 401k, and you don't even know it. It's in your 401k. They're investing in private prisons. Young Slim and Kim, I see you. I'm gonna get to you in a second. A lot of people are invested in 401k, and those 401ks are invested in private prisons. I'm gonna bring up you know, Young Slim and Kim for a second before we get up out of here, and I'm gonna look up that 401k right quick. Moochie, I'm gonna show you the toothpaste I use, and I got 60 days left. It's a 6-month process for Smile Direct, and I got a link if you want to use it. I didn't think this stuff worked. I don't know these people that they show the pictures of before and after. I thought it was fake. I've been documenting and taking pictures and doing a little video and showing you so that I can put it all together when I'm done and people can see how it actually works. I used to have a little handicapped double parking right here, you know, a little garage, 2-car garage. And now it's just a motorcycle parking spot. So, you know, it's actually working. Young Slim, Kim, what's up? What's up?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, nothing much, man. How y'all feeling?
Same old, same old.
How about you?
That's what's up. I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. What's on your mind?
I was listening to what you were saying about the prison the prisons, you know, being a private business, and you know how they have the lawmakers change laws to get more basically customers for their prison.
Right.
That's basically what it is, man. Like
Yep.
that kind of happened to me before, like when I was younger. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was ridiculous. Honestly, it was really ridiculous. But I went to prison for something that was just absolutely ridiculous, man. Like I don't even think I want to tell the story, but
I think you told me.
I think I told you before, right?
I'm not remembering it, not at least right now. But
but you're absolutely right. It's a business. It's a I'm gonna
get that link. I'm looking at the comments right quick.
They basically.
I just want to say I'm gonna get that link for you while he's talking, and y'all go on YouTube and put in Vice private prisons. I think this is the one with no, that's CNBC. But y'all look and see. I think this is it right here. This is it with Baldini. Go ahead.
They basically run the country with the laws, you know. They basically pay these politicians and have like certain stupid laws pushed through, and you know that target certain people.
You know, and this is mind blowing right here. Not to cut you off, but on this same Vice episode, I'm not seeing it on here. I know it's on Showtime. It was only on like 2 weeks ago or something. I think it's with this woman in it, but this is only a minute. They have in states where marijuana is legal. Okay, in states where marijuana is legal, they are still taking women's children away because they've had marijuana in their system. And this was happening to white women.
Yeah,
taking their kids away from them for years and putting them in foster care.
Bro, I've heard it. I've heard it. I've heard of it before. Like we've had. Well, me and her don't have children together, but my children's mother has had issues with the state trying to take our kids, because like, I mean, I'm not saying that they didn't like what happened, but you know, that's what happens, bro. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Crazy.
They take
I
your
don't
kids.
understand what's the benefit of taking away kids from a family to give to somebody else over weed. I could see if they didn't have any food or they were living in squalor. Like, these people had a nice house and stuff.
Yo, just like the reason that they put that's just like I'm worth more to them in prison than I am outside of out free. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Like, because they get like $70 a day for keeping you in prison.
Yes. For something stupid, you know, for marijuana. I went to jail for marijuana.
Wow.
Like prison. I got 5 years, bro.
Wow. And now they got all these people making money off of it legally.
Now they're selling this shit. And I'm like, yo, I want that off my record right now, yo. I want it off my record right now. You guys are selling it. Yo, what they did to me was so foul, man. Like, all right, I'll tell it real quick, but it's not a. All right. This guy brought an undercover. A guy brought an undercover cop to me. Right. It was a female. It was a female and him. Right. So it was like this like little market that was next to our I was gonna say projects, but I'll call it a housing complex. But it was projects. So he brings the cop, and it was this kid, and I wouldn't even call him a kid. I just turned 18. I just turned 18 in December. This happened in January. So I just turned 18. And it was a 16-year-old kid that was in my school, in one of my classes. I had a freshman class or something like that. I turned 18. He lived in my development. So he was selling her stuff too. So the cop calls me, asks me for 2 bags of weed. I said, okay. So I'm going out $20. So I go to meet the her, because I was about to sell to a cop. I already sold to her. So anyway, she was young as hell. I didn't know she was a cop. So,
Right.
but anyway,
21 Jump Street shit.
Yes, some 21 Jump Street shit. And
Right.
I call. I'm walking to go meet her at the little market, and the 16-year-old kid comes up to me and says, "Yo, she called me earlier, but I didn't have none." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I'm about to go meet her." So, and then he's like, "Yo, let me take it. I'll take it to her, and I'll give you the money. I just want to pinch the bags." So I'm like, "Okay, whatever. Just give me the money."
Right.
So I do that. He pinches the bags, takes as much as he wants out of it, goes and meets her, and then buys it, gives me the money. They raid my house like a couple days later and said that I employed a juvenile in a drug scheme for 2 bags of weed. I got 5 years, bro. 5 years.
Wow.
I
For
got
$20.
For $20 worth of weed, bro. 5 years, bro. I got 5 years, dog.
That's
5 years.
horrible, man.
5 years. I was still in high school.
Wow. You was a kid your damn self.
Yes. I just turned 18, dog. Just turned 18.
And that's what they was probably waiting on, is for you to turn 18.
Yeah, because I sold it to her when I was 17.
Yeah. And they was waiting for you to turn 18 so that they could get you. Yep.
Yeah. So I ended up graduating from high school in prison.
Wow.
I was yeah. So I ended up doing a year and a half for that, bro. That was it. I've never been charged before. Never had anything. No, nothing. That was my only charge I ever had in my life.
Wow.
I had to do 2.5 years on parole. And then I did a year and a half in there for that.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm talking about, dog. That's ridiculous.
Now it's legal.
That's ridiculous. Now it's legal. Now I see these guys selling it up the street from me. I'm like, oh, no. You guys ruined my life. You guys ruined my life for some weed. Now y'all want to sell it? No. That's got to come off my record, man.
Yeah, and they said they was going to expunge that stuff off of people's records because that could prevent a lifetime of employment and all kind of stuff, you know.
It has.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's not like a violent crime or anything, but I tried to go get a registered licensed pistol.
Right.
Because I want my, you know, that's my constitutional right, just like everybody else's. So, and they brought it up. Even though I went to go make sure that wasn't on there, and they brought it up. So I'm like, okay, so I want it off my record, man. Like if you guys are gonna sell weed legally, I want it off my record, man. I want it off my record. So that's what I'm fighting for now. It can be. I just found out it can be expunged, so I can get it off my record. So, but still, the damage is already done. You guys already took.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like suspended my license for 3 years. Like
they can't give you that time back and all that stuff that you went through.
Yeah, it doesn't even count. Like, come on.
Right.
So
yeah, that's true. Damn, man, that's messed up, man.
For 2 bags of weed, bro.
And that was in New Jersey?
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
Even though I'm not allowed to carry firearms in New Jersey because you're not allowed to have a gun in New Jersey, like you're allowed to have it at your house, but I want one at my house, and I'm not trying to get no more stupid nonsense. Like I just want to follow the law, but
like everyone else.
I just like everybody else has one. I want one. Shit.
Right.
So
I got mine.
That's what I'm waiting on. Like, but I can get it done. So that's what I'm working on.
Mm-hmm. And I was lucky because I haven't really gotten caught with anything, but in Chicago, I did get, you know, they don't look at that really as that big of a deal if it wasn't a lot. So like I did get like caught with some friends with like $20 worth and they just took it, probably smoked it themselves or some shit. But you know, if it would have been more, they probably would have done something. But in Chicago, they really was looking for like guns and more violent crime. So I was fortunate for that, you know. But yeah, like Distro say, that's terrible. And support, that's messed up. And you know, Birds Nation, I see you. I want to get to you, but I had already said I was about to wrap this up. And I know if you get on with Slim, we're gonna be on for about another hour. I wish you'd have got on earlier. I've been on for 3 hours. Y'all both want to wait to the last closing minutes.
I was at the store.
He was watching you too, yeah.
I was watching, but
he was waiting for you to put the link up.
Yeah, I was at.
We put it up like 4 times.
Did it?
We was at the store though. We was at ShotRite. I couldn't get on that ShotRite, man.
I hear that. Here's the link to the Smile Direct right quick. I just put it in there in the comments. If any of you all want to check it out, you can get $100 off with that link. And I'm gonna show y'all some pictures. So my teeth were always pretty good, but as I'm getting older, my gums, because I had to take a lot of medication now, my gums are getting weaker and my teeth were spreading. And I didn't realize how bad my damn teeth looked till I started doing this and talking. And then I'm like, golly, I laugh. Hey, man, what is y'all? Y'all crazy, man. So I ain't want to do that all the time. And one thing with Smile Direct, I'm gonna tell y'all this right quick before I go, is that they send you the box and you do the impressions in your mouth, and then you got to take pictures. You put this thing in your mouth to open your mouth up, and you take all the pictures and stuff, of course, and then they build a 3D model of your grill, which really was like shocking to me of how bad my teeth looked. It was really, really, I was embarrassed of myself. And then they send you a big purple box after you start up. So it only takes 6 months. You could choose to pay all of it up front. It's like $1,900 if you want to pay it up front, which really ain't that bad compared to braces. And then if you don't choose to do that, you could do it monthly. And so I chose to do it monthly, which after doing it monthly is like because I had to put, I think, $200 or $300 down or something. It was like $68 a month. And so I'll show y'all this. You was at a draft party, man. It's all good, man. I appreciate you. After I say this, I'm about to wrap it up, so I'm trying to talk faster than normal. But I want to show y'all this. So I'll show y'all one picture of my teeth when I first started. And my gums, I didn't realize my gums were dark, I guess from years of being a smoker. And the toothpaste that I was using wasn't that good. So the toothpaste I use, hey, JJ, come here. I'll show y'all right quick. And
where'd you find this at?
Smile Direct.
Yeah.
So they advertise it on like commercials, and they also advertise it on like you know, the internet and stuff. And so I decided to give it a try. I'll show you all right quick.
Go to the right.
So this is it, Smile Direct Club. And let's see. I'll show y'all. So right here, you can go to see your future smile. They made a 3D model based off of my impressions and off of my pictures. And I switched from using like regular Colgate toothpaste to using Sensodyne toothpaste. And so two things happened. It cleared up my gums, and it also, you know, my teeth got corrected. And so this right here is the 3D model, which I mean, you can't really tell because your mouth is closed, but damn, my damn grill was horrible. It looked like Mr. Ed. So
wait, that's your mouth? That's the 3D?
Yeah.
Your mouth?
This is the 3D of my mouth. That's dope, huh?
Is that the top or the bottom?
That's the top. This is when
They
I
say
first
you got-
started. You see how big this gap is? That's why I say I had double parking right here.
Oh shit.
And you can see this indentation in my gums. But if you press play, that's how it looks when you're done.
Oh, okay. They
And
say I got big gums, sir.
Right. And then here was my bottom, which wasn't as bad, but I didn't realize like my bottom, and where I'm from in Chicago, you'll get roasted about your teeth, anything. Like, don't nobody hold nothing back. Talk about your moms, everything.
Everybody does that.
Yeah. So my teeth, I'm glad wasn't bad most of my life, but they're getting bad now. And this is like raised. I didn't even realize that, but you see, oh, that's how it was. Now they bringing it down.
You got good teeth, man. Yo, man, I've seen worse.
Well, yeah, it's worse, but mine was bad enough. And this is how it looked. This is how it would look when I'm done. But this is how it looked when I started.
How long you got to wear it for?
Oh shit.
6 months.
Okay.
So this is how it looks almost now. But I got 60 days left. This is how my teeth look when I first started. I'll show you. Like this when I had my mouth, which I didn't realize my damn teeth was so damn jacked up. Even this tooth was coming forward. I mean, they was breaking up like an old married couple. They would not stay together for shit.
Say I got big gums, sir.
Right. And so then you can see how it's bringing my teeth together. And then I didn't realize that my gums was dark from being a smoker.
Yeah.
So much.
The Whoopi Goldberg gums.
For real. And I'm gonna show y'all a picture I've been putting together so that you know, everybody can see when I'm done instead of waiting 6 months, one picture at a time. I'm putting it all together as one. But here's a picture of me with my gums first, and then I'll show you a comparison of what it's looking like compared to now. So you see that?
Yeah.
It's not the darkest and the blackest, but it's dark enough. And I didn't realize how dark the bottom of my gums was. And you see this big ass gap. So I'm wearing the aligners right here, and you can see this big plastic space right there between my teeth. So you wear the aligners, they give you a box, and this comes in each package, and you just say like, wear this for 1 week, wear these for 2 weeks. And when you put them on, that shit does hurt. But you got to keep in mind you moving your teeth. So what it does to me, like I'm wearing them now.
Like braces, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they brace.
Like a retainer?
Well, the retainer just keeps it in place after you're done.
So you got to wear it every day, all day? Or
You wear it for 22 hours a day.
Okay.
I probably wear it longer than that.
Okay.
Because you only take it out when you eat and brush your teeth.
Yeah.
And Sensodyne is the toothpaste that I use. And so
yeah, I used to use that.
Yeah.
It's a little more expensive, but it actually really works. I'm gonna show you the difference.
Man, you pulled that lip all the way down to your belly button, didn't you?
Shrimp, I ate shrimp too. Y'all ain't shrimp. Hey, Slim was my best good friend. Even I don't say something you have all the time. Slim, you want shrimp and grits, shrimp gumbo, shrimp soup. I think that's about all I know about that. I almost stepped on that mug. It was so low. Roll it over. All right.
Oh, shit.
So here's a picture of my gums now after 7 weeks. So this is 2 weeks ago. This stuff actually works, y'all. So that was in week 1 with the bad gums and the yellow teeth and the gap.
Oh,
and
shit.
now, after 7 weeks, the teeth are whiter. My gums, look how pink and white my gums are now.
You still smoking?
No. So that helped.
Yeah.
But it ain't been that long. It's only been 7 weeks.
Oh, so did you quit?
Oh, you just stopped?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
So yeah, it's only been in 7 weeks. It's not like I stopped 20 years ago.
Oh, just in time.
5 years ago. It's just been 7 weeks.
Just in time. They're about to ban them anyway.
What did Bernie Mac say? What did Bernie Mac say in that movie? I hate Whoopi Goldberg's lips. I said, I hate
Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah. I hate the back of Forrest Whitaker's neck.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in 7 weeks, with Sensodyne and with that, my teeth have gotten cleaner, the gums have gotten cleaner, and they're getting back together. And my teeth are closer together than this picture now.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just been 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Oh, man. There's Birds Nation.
Is it expensive?
No. So I think I paid, what, $200 to get started?
Okay. Because I know I need it.
Yeah, and it's $65 a month or something like that.
Oh, that's not bad.
Hey, I mean, if you stop smoking, that's your money you was spending on smoking right there.
They about to ban the menthols anyway, so I'm about to quit.
Yeah. And I was telling my son that would make people quit, but he was saying he don't think so. But it is kind of messed up. It is targeted towards black people. I was trying to tell him. I used to smoke Newports, but I stopped when I was like 18. I was
if you gonna ban Newports, you gotta ban all cigarettes.
You gotta ban alcohol. You gotta ban all kind of stuff, which is like a slippery road.
Yeah, what are you doing? He's gonna end up like, you can't do that. What do you mean ban? You can't ban cigarettes, dog. Like, what are you talking about?
They tried it before.
They tried it back when the cigarettes companies started
in the beginning. Of the pandemic, remember?
Oh yeah, they did say that.
The store said that you wouldn't be able to buy them at a regular store. You would have to go to a tobacco store.
Wow. This damn state that I live in, they raised the legal age. You got to be 21 to buy cigarettes. And
same thing in New Jersey now. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they changed it a couple years ago.
Birds Nation, man, I appreciate you, man. I want to have you on, man, but I'm about to cancel this and get up out of here. But I know you was at the draft party, you said, so I understand.
Did you watch the draft? I know you're not an Eagles fan, but
no, he's a you a Bears fan, right?
All Chicago teams only.
They got a QB, man. Y'all got a QB.
About time. It took 100 years.
Y'all haven't replaced Jim McMahon.
Who wasn't really none. We got Sid Luckman. That's from the 40s before it was the Super Bowl. That was our guy before the Super Bowl era.
Honestly,
like Jim McMahon, he was decent, but it was still a Walter Payton run team. He wasn't like dropping 20, 30 touchdowns a year. And he used to get hurt all the time.
Y'all had since then, no.
I know.
Like who's been better? I mean, y'all had Hardball for a little bit,
but he did better once he left. And a side note, my sister used to be married to a guy that played for the Bears on defense. And I used to go to the Bears games all the time, go in the locker room and different stuff. And Jim Harbaugh was the quarterback back then.
With Dick there, y'all, the Dicker, Mike Dicker. He was the coach back then.
Gotta be tough like Dicker. I have a heart attack right here. Hold on. All right. I'm back.
Mike.
I'm ready to get in the game. Put me in the game, coach. The Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to leave y'all with a funny story right quick that I just remembered. So, after my sister wasn't married to the guy that played for the Bears, she was dating this guy shortly after that was like an NBA agent or scout or something. And so at this time, I was like 15 years old, and I used to collect basketball cards and stuff a lot too. But I used to do it as a business. So I used to buy them and then resell them and make money at the school. I even had the dean of the school in my pocket. I used to have to come to him like a damn collection agent. Hey, man, you got my money? He would owe me like $100 and $150 a week type shit. But anyway, so they was a celebrity basketball game in the summer, and it was Penny Hardaway and all kind of people there. This is Penny Hardaway when it was like his second year. He was still a star. Sean Kemp, all kind of people was there. And so I'm like, all right, she like, you want to go to the game? I'm like, hell yeah. So not only did I want to see the game, but I brought the cards because they told me everybody that was going to be there. I'm like, I'm going to get them to sign it and I'm going to make money too. So I met Penny Hardaway and I was asking him to sign it. He like, nah, man, next time, kid. And he was talking with these girls. He didn't sign my card and shit. And he talking about some next time, like I would see him again, which I actually did though. I saw him the next day and I was like, hey, Penny Hardaway, could you sign this card for me? He like, nah, man, next time, kid. I'm like, man, this is the next time. But I ain't see him again. So he was an asshole back then. He pissed me off.
He's still an asshole from what I heard.
I wouldn't be surprised he was at a young age. And
I heard Hardaway was an asshole.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. He was then. I saw it firsthand. And Nick Anderson, he wouldn't sign for me. Sean Kemp signed. Sean Kemp was cool. And I wasn't, my friend that was with me was scared to ask and stuff. He was all shy. I'm like, man, ask him. He like, no. Yeah. I'm like, man, fuck that, man. You signing this card. But anyway, so the agent dude that she was with was cool. And so after the game, he like, man, after the game, I'm going to take you down to the locker room to meet the players and I'm going to get them to sign all your cards. You want to do that? I'm like, hell yeah. Go to the locker room, meet the players and stuff. Like, what? Let's go. So after the game, you know, and at the time, I'm like 14 years old. So I ain't that tall, especially compared to NBA players. So anyway, we go to the locker room or whatever. And he like, all right, man, come on, let's go. I go in, these dudes walking around, butt, booty ass naked, dicks hanging out, all eye level. I'm like, what? He like, go ask him. I'm like, hell no, I ain't about to ask him. What he about to sign with his strong, man? Get me the hell up out of here, man. What the hell? I ain't about to talk to no grown, naked ass man talking about sign a card, booty cheeks all out in the air and shit. They over here talking about the game. Hell no. Fuck
butter naked. I said butter naked.
Right. Bookie naked. Hell no. Damn, up here sitting there talking, got that damn thing resting on my head. Oh, my fault, little man. I didn't see you down there. Hell no. I'm out of here, Jack. So I didn't get no autographs right there.
I
bet I had to get out of there. That's what I got. Out of there is what the hell happened.
God. What the hell?
Man, they was all butt ass naked, just talking like it was nothing. Like, just, yeah, man, yeah, what you doing after the game? Like, put some clothes on, mama. That's what you should be been doing after the game. What the hell are y'all doing?
Hey, man, you sound like Deshaun Watson right now. Like, that's what he's been doing. Getting naked in front of fans in the media.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's the locker room, though. You know what I'm saying? That's the locker room of football.
That is. But
you know what I mean, like, I don't know if you ever went to like a gym and you seen like there's always some like some old guy walking around butt naked. Like, whoa, what are you doing?
Right.
In the locker room.
Right. That's true. And when I was in the locker room in high school and stuff, we didn't do that though. We'd be showering with our shorts on and shit. Like, dude. Get your, hey.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I used to change in the stall. Like,
for real.
Like,
and there's one stall.
And there's like one stall. Like, yo, hurry up. We all change in the stall. Like, man, I don't need you looking at my twig and berries, man.
Right. And it ain't about homophobia or something. It's just uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. Like,
it's not. It ain't about how big or small or whatever. Like, dude. You ain't a woman.
The first time I seen another naked guy was in prison. And then we were just like treated like cattle. Yeah, that was like, that's just like flat out. I got used to it. Like, like if somebody came to see me butt naked, I had to get butt naked before I got my, like, before everything, before a visit, before like, it's
then you had to do it again after they left too.
And then after I left, I had to get butt naked again.
I wouldn't even want people to come and visit me.
Right?
It's too damn demoralizing.
It's not after like it's
I know it can get lonely, but
Yeah, prison
Right,
is
right.
it was lonely, and then you know I don't care. I didn't care. I'm like, yo, I was ready to take my clothes off. Like, yo, somebody coming to see me. Like, yo, getting mail in jail is like Christmas. Seriously.
Right.
So if you guys have anybody that has any folks or anybody that's locked up for whatever reason, man, just write them, man, because it means the world. It really does.
Yeah, I got this one young dude I used to try to mentor and tell him leave this one girl alone because it was too much drama. He ain't listen, and he ended up killing this dude that she was ended up cheating on him with a dude, and he shot and killed this dude. And I'm just like,
man.
And now he in jail for murder. He was only like 23 or something when he went into jail. And I used to tell him, dude, she gonna cost you your freedom. You're gonna end up putting your hands on her and stuff. I didn't think about the other scenario.
Yeah.
But like
Why
he would
you
tell
hurting
me
him? He ain't the one that cheated on you.
She would grab the steering wheel while they driving and try to make them crash, all kind of stuff.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, you don't have no kids with her. Why is you going through all this? You need to leave her. That's my baby. I'm like, dude, are you nuts?
There's plenty of fish. I know that's a cliche, but there's plenty of fish, man. Like there's no reason to be murdering somebody. I know, man. I've done crazy things over females before. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Like
I have too, but I was never gonna risk my freedom.
Nah, I mean, yeah, me either. But I just like there's times like females can drive you to do some crazy shit. That's all I know. That is
true. That is true.
They really can. So
yeah. Let me get ready to wrap this up, but support, you just made me remember something. I did just get called back to do another episode, but not for Power. It's for Work in Progress. So I'll be filming another episode pretty soon, maybe 2 more. So hey, I might be a guest star, maybe a full-time character if we go to season 3. Who knows?
Yo, what did you think about Redman? Did you hear about Redman being on there?
Yeah, I made a video about it. I'm happy he on the show. He one of my favorite rappers. He from Newark, New Jersey, Brick City. You know what I'm saying? But I've been listening to Redman since day one, since 1990.
Yeah, you know what? You're the one that told me that. I'm saying, like, what do you think? Yeah, I watched your video on that. Yeah, that was yeah,
it's all good. But yeah, man, everybody keep it real, okay? Stay safe. Hey, I'm glad you like the stories there. I got a lot of crazy stories. You know, I don't really think about it like that until I start telling people. Then I'll be like, damn, that shit was crazy. Like going to the locker room and stuff. Maybe, you know, I'm good, man. I don't need no 7-foot dude in my eye level and shit. I'm like, hey, could you side? Hold on. Could you side? Just moving it to the side. Could you side? Hold on, man. Side. Shit.
Mandingo.
Never mind.
You know what I'm saying? What you need, little man? You need it, dude. Why are you naked in front of a young teenage boy?
Right. I can't, yeah.
Right. Just like Alexander.
He was naked. You was afraid.
You ain't lying. And I was out of there. Forget an autograph. I was out of there. Shit. You got to keep that stuff. Now, if it was the WNBA, I might have, hey, you know, I know you. I might not have the equipment you prefer, so just ignore that.
They were like,
I'm gonna just, you know, just ignore me. Just let it hang.
I wonder if women's locker rooms are the same way.
Oh, they are.
You think so?
Women walk around naked more than men.
Yeah.
I mean, all you know is boobs. Everything else is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
And you can see, you know, boobs through a shirt for the most part. So I do got another story I got to tell, though, about when I was in the hospital. This damn, they wanted to, like, make me use a catheter and stuff. And I'm like, no, don't send that dude here, because it was a gay nurse dude there. I'm like, hell no, don't send him. Only send a nurse, a woman. They like, what you got against him? Dude ain't grabbing my thing and doing it. I don't give a damn what the woman look like. Send a woman, okay? I feel better about it. So I ended up getting real sick in there, and then I couldn't do nothing, and they was already mad at me because, you know, I'm going to talk shit and keep it real and telling them stuff. So they call themselves trying to punish me, talking about, well, if you don't do it, we going to send the dude in there. I'm like, hell no. Hell no. Hey, look, man, I'm like messed up. Y'all know I'm messed up, man. Don't send him in there. Nope, you need, because they kept wanting me to do it myself. And I'm like, dude, I've got a lot to wrap my head around right now. Give me some time and shit. And so they call themselves trying to like punish me. And they sent the dude in there, and I feel I couldn't do nothing. And he talking about some, don't worry. Come here, little man. Come here.
I'm gonna take care of you.
How you doing there? Hey, big boy, huh? It's okay. It's all right. Come here. Let me open wide.
It made you never want to go to the hospital again.
But they wanted you to put a catheter in yourself? How? How can you even do that? Like, bro, I got my appendix taken out. That's the only time I had a catheter in.
Man, and said so much to me. They kicked me out early.
I couldn't imagine sticking a catheter in myself.
They kicked me out early, man. So I don't know, man. You say I need to do the telling and raising young Jay stories. You ain't lying.
So when you going back for that show, to do that show?
In like 2 weeks, I'll be back doing it. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be gone and how long I'm gonna be filming, but I do know that they called me back, and I'll be in like another episode. So I might be in like 4 episodes out of 10, 4 or 5.
This is the Office one, right?
Yeah. Work in progress on Showtime. Everybody watch season 1. It's only 8 episodes, 30 minutes each on Showtime.
Right.
You gotta watch it so you know what I'm gonna be doing in there.
I'm
working in the office, though. I'm working in the office.
Okay.
And you're in season 2.
I'll be in season 2.
When
I got a lot of lines too. I'm not just sitting there. Yeah, I'm not just sitting around in the background. I got a lot of lines and stuff to do. I'm best friends with the main character, Abby, in the office and stuff. And they got me doing all kind of stuff. I cause a little commotion too.
Okay.
So it's gonna be pretty interesting. So y'all let me know. Y'all check out Work in Progress. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna see y'all Sunday. Birds Nation and Slim. Y'all come back Sunday. And also I got a special guest coming this Sunday. He be dropping a lot of knowledge off of Instagram as well. And so his name is the Business Bully. Y'all ever heard of him before?
Nah.
You all can follow him on Instagram. I'll show you his profile. He was dropping a little bit of knowledge about the music industry and Black Rob and everybody and what happened. And so yeah, he got a lot of good stuff going on. He an author, business owner, business coach. So check it on out.
And he's gonna be on your show on Sunday?
Yeah, he coming Sunday.
Okay.
This was one of the videos that he dropped that I saw him talking about. So well, no, that wasn't it. But he got a lot of good stuff on here. It was when he was in the car, I think it was. Anyway, y'all check it out. He'll be here. We're gonna talk about the music industry and all kind of other stuff. So definitely check out the Business Bully. He been on Breakfast Club and other stuff before.
Okay.
So, he been getting a few things done, and he got a lot of good stuff to talk about. So I look forward to having him on the show, and we're gonna drop some more information out there for people, and he gonna tell me a few things too, because I need to learn more too. So you know, that's one thing I try to tell my son: always keep learning.
Yeah.
So there it is. Yep. Special guest. So come on through, check it out. I ain't went Hollywood. I wish.
Now are you gonna have is it gonna be just him, or are you gonna let or people coming on too?
I'll let people come on too.
Okay.
So
talk to him.
All right,
The
so
business boys.
Yeah.
Yep. If y'all want to talk to him, we're gonna make it so that y'all can talk to him too if you want. So make sure y'all come. He said he'll be here Sunday. So he'll be here Sunday. I believe he's a man of his word. And unless something, big happens, then, I believe he'll be here. So check it on out. Make sure y'all here. And it's called Work in Progress Distro. This is the show. Abby, she's like similar to Ellen in a way.
Okay.
She got a lot of depression and other issues, but it's a comedy show. And they deal with a lot of stuff. It says Abby, a 45-year-old self-identified fat queer dyke whose misfortune and despair unexpectedly lead her to a vibrantly transformative relationship. Chicago improv mainstay Abby McEnany co-created and stars in this uniquely human comedy series. So, they kind of keep stuff up front, real, and it ain't that old type of touchy-feely type stuff, whereas they scared to say that, like she's trying to date somebody and she's not sure if they transgender or male or female or what to call them and different stuff. And I mean, it's interesting. They got a lot of stuff going on and talk about some things in the community that I didn't know about. And also it's kind of funny. So how they do it. So check it out. Weird Al make an appearance in there. I'm actually in the episode with Weird Al.
What?
Yeah.
You met him?
No, so the episode I was with Weird Al, he was talking through like a iPad.
Oh, okay.
But it is what it is.
What? But he's still in the episode though.
Oh yeah. And I even had some stuff to say about it a little bit and different stuff. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool show. And the creator of The Matrix is who created this show. Lily Wachowski, I believe is who was there. And
I thought they were brothers or sisters or whatever they call them.
Well, they made a transition. And so now they are both women.
What? Really?
Yeah. I don't know how long ago it was. I think it's probably been at least maybe 10 years or something.
I just knew they were at the end of the Matrix. It was the something brothers. The
Wachowskis. Yeah.
The Wachowski brothers. Let me get
Not anymore. Now they're the Wachowski sisters. So
both of them?
They both transgender. Lily Wachowski, yeah. And I will say they are real. Well, I only met Lily. Was very cool. Everybody treated me nice. I'm not just saying that. I'm just being honest. People are people. So, they ain't got nothing to do with me necessarily, but that is something I guess that they felt they wanted to do, needed to do, or whatever. And
but both of them?
Yep.
That's different, yo. I would love to hear what happened to them when they were kids.
To make them both like
both like that, like
born
both?
in the wrong body.
Maybe they'll make a story about it and tell people. I don't know, but they are very cool. Everybody treated me nice, and my son was there. Everybody was very nice and treated my son great, treated me great, and they are very inclusive. So they have all kind of people, all kind of genders, all kind of situations working there, which, probably part of the reason I was able to get the job. So, I'm appreciative. And
wait, what was their names before they changed them?
I'm not sure.
I thought it was like Matt and Brian or something like that.
I don't know.
I remember at the end of the Matrix. Yo, is the Matrix coming back? Here, I got it.
Yeah, the Matrix is coming back. So, yeah. And I love the Matrix, and who knows, maybe they'll get me in the Matrix one day.
Are they doing the Matrix? Are they going to do the Matrix?
Yeah, I think it's already been produced. Let me see what this says. I think they already made part of the Matrix. I did make a joke about the Matrix while I was there, and they was like, they're gonna have to hear from my lawyers. I mean, they was joking though. But well, I want to say Lily was joking because the other brother wasn't there. Let's see. The Matrix. Now that's 2016. Cloud Atlas. Let's see. Do they have upcoming? I thought the Matrix was being produced already or something. I don't know. I have to look into it. But yeah, man. Everybody was cool. Everybody was very professional. Treated me and my son great. And you know, it is what it is, man. I don't, you know, it ain't none of my business. Just like if I, you know, like girls with big booties or whatever, it's none of nobody else's business. Anyway, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That ain't. I don't want you to judge me. I like big butts, and I cannot lie.
Yeah, he does too. So.
All right, y'all. Let me get up out
man.
of here, man. And everybody, thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all for hanging in for so long. I know a lot of you all like the long shows. Some of y'all, it's too long for y'all to pay attention. So I don't know. I hope I help both sides. I'm gonna have to split it up. So we'll see. But anyway, everybody, peace. Stay safe out there.
Sayonara, man. Thank you for having me, man.
No problem. And everybody, make sure you come Sunday. And Birds Nation Slim, make sure y'all come early.
I will.
All right. I'm gonna do it at maybe 10 o'clock Sunday.
Okay.
That way everybody got enough time to watch all their shows they want to watch and do everything they need to do.
Godfather of Harlem will be. I'll watch it the night before. So
yeah, that's a dope show.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch that, and then that's it. Ain't nothing else on TV.
Not till the Shy comes back.
Till the Shy comes. Yeah, exactly. Till the Shy comes back.
Right. All right, y'all.
All right, man.
Stay safe, and I'm out of here.